Is everybody ready to get started? Is anybody not ready to get started? Yes? Right.
Hello?
You still there?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and dive in, guys. When last we left our adventurers, they had been taken from their homes and transported to a large arena just outside of Oaktown, located in District 12. Some knew what awaited them, others not so much. You all were quickly thrown into combat, and after the dust settled, found yourselves as this year's contestants for the annual culling. With no time to rest, you were branded, outfitted, and instructed to start your travel across District 12 to Princeton. A looming deadline of 9 days were given along with instructions to stay on the road to arrive with time to spare. Unfortunately, one of your group members decided to blaze their own trail, completely ignoring the road, and was the only one with the map. Without much of a choice, the first night became a quick realization that straying from the path might not be the best idea. Strange creatures passed by in the night that looked like something out of a horror movie, but luckily didn't seem to notice anybody. The next morning, you all awoke and continued pushing towards your intended destination when you were stopped in the road by a group of people requesting help. One of you began to stop while the majority continued to press forward, and once the conclusion was reached that not everyone was stopping, an ambush was sprung. These seeming simple folk did not put up too much of a struggle, at least not while they were alive. Once dead, bodies exploded, leaving a slight ringing in your ears. But the ringing wasn't enough to block out a new sound. A sound none of you have ever heard before. A sound that seemed to be right in the middle of all of you. With that, let us return to the battlefield. All right. So what is everybody doing? And to help out with this, we will just go ahead
Is
and
it
keep
just me or there is like interruption?
getting some static.
Okay.
There we go.
I was getting confused.
We'll keep the same initiative order from last time. So Hederick, what would you like to do?
I would have just seen.
You have a ringing in your ears. You're not quite hearing this clicking noise that everybody else is.
Okay, so I'm not hearing it at all.
You're not hearing. I tell you what, roll me a perception check. With an 8, no, you don't really hear it. You just saw a bunch of bodies go pop.
First thing I would do is, because right at the end, before everything started exploding, I saw that secondary echo of floats momentarily before it was struck down. So I would probably, not hearing anything else going on, make a move over to floats and look at him and go, "What did you do? Bring him back! Bring him back!"
And as you
It's
move
kind of.
closer, the clicking, you can start to hear it.
I would probably ignore it, focusing more on that moment that just happened,
All right.
and that would be my turn.
Tally.
Okay. I want to ask, is this an area I can just walk up? I see that this is all a ridge, but can I like run over here and walk up and keep going on the side?
Sure, you can move that way.
Alright, then that's what I'm going to do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will get me here.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. All right, so as you move up that way, really the only thing you can see is just more dense trees.
I'm going
But
to
the
try
clicking
and follow.
noise subsided when you moved up that way.
Interesting. I'm going to use my action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over here and see if I can hear the noise again and figure out where it's coming from.
It's... Go ahead and roll me a perception check. And I would say with that, you can uncover the rest of the area down to the other section of the bank.
Dirty 20.
You can hear it, but it's localized from where you were at.
Okay. I shall, as I'm a goblin, my bonus action I shall. Can I just jump off?
Yeah.
Do
That's only 10 feet, so... What's your dex bonus?
+4.
Yeah, you don't need to make a dex check for 10 feet. So you hop down. Clicking is still there, but it's not any louder than when you were up on top.
I still have a few feet. I'll just try and go down towards where the bodies would be and see if the clicking's coming from them. That's all I can really do.
Gets a
Just
little
confused.
louder.
That's all I can do.
All right. Fezzik.
All right. I can hear this clicking, right?
Roll me a perception check. With a 17, you can hear it. It's faint, but you can hear it.
Can I try to identify if this is like some kind of creature or an animal that's making this noise?
If you would like to use your action for that, roll me a nature check.
Yeah, I'll do that. See if I can figure out what we're dealing with here. Ooh, that's a 6.
With a 6, the most you can figure out is that it sounds, the only way to describe it is chitinous. It's a clicking.
Well, I'm gonna hold tight in this position and just kind of say to the group, "You guys hear that too?"
And
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm just
Bonus
gonna hold
action?
fast
Just
back
hold
here.
it. All right. Kara.
alrighty. What should I do? What should I do? We just hear clicking, right? I'm gonna respond that, yeah, something is up. Well, he's quite far away. I will speak a little bit louder.
And for you, it's right in your ear. It's very loud for you.
I will run and prepare a dodge action.
Okay.
Hello?
Where are you looking to move to?
Okay, if I move like this way, does it sound like sounds like how do you say, louder or quieter?
You talking about over here?
Like here, because we need to go into the direction of
There,
the
it's
horses. Like
it's loud.
if it's just one explosion and I can keep going by on the road, like oh
Yeah,
fuck it.
it's very loud.
I I will
So,
run up here. Is it
as you
like 30?
start to move that direction,
Oh no.
as soon as you
Goes
get
away.
to this spot,
Ugh. It's an explosion.
not an
I-
explosion.
What? Tell me what
A
happened.
How was that?
weird looking figure
Ugh.
No.
takes out a claw and tries to swipe at you as you run away as his invisibility wears off.
What the fuck? Do we see how it looks like now?
Yes, you can see it.
And he's slashing at me?
As you moved out of his combat range, he took a swipe at you.
Do I know if I survived yet?
Well, let's see.
Oh boy.
So he is going to swipe with his claws. And as he swings at you, you're too mobile, and his claw goes straight over your head and he misses you. And you all see the now exposed Bugman.
Holy
Ugh.
funk.
I will go ahead and roll initiative for him. So he will have an 18. Let's one more time so I can get him in that order.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
So let's go. Sending. All right. Now you just moved, so you still have your action and your bonus action.
I'm still alive. Jesus
He missed.
Christ. Oh my god. Give me a second to breathe. I summoned my wildfire spirit. Fuck it. No. I'm not dealing with it. Okay. So it in the okay. I'm summoning my fire cat right on top of this person, this humanoidous person thing,
Okay.
and he must take the dexterity saving throw.
All right. So he needs to make a dex save.
Yup.
He fails with a 3.
Oh my god.
What was all that?
He takes 2d6 damage. I'm just trying to figure out how to press on it properly.
Oh, they're all appearing.
Yeah, they're all coming through.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't like. And the creature takes
So the first one was
12,000
yeah.
2d6s.
So the first one was a 2.
I'm like, why do I not hear it?
Get
Do
you
we take the
another.
first one or the last one? I don't know.
We'll take the first one.
I'm sorry, Brass.
It's fine.
Way to destroy the log on the first
There
try.
we go.
Oh my
Actually,
god.
we're gonna do this one red. There we go.
Can I move it?
You should be able to. Double check.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, there you go.
So, do I roll for the initiative for this creature?
If you want, we'll just have it move on your initiative. That'll make things easier.
Okay, so currently he has an action with me too.
Okay.
Or not.
So how does your... I have not read up on your wildfire spirit. Is it just a bonus action for you to summon it?
It is my action.
So it takes your action to summon it?
I think so, yes. Yes.
Okay. And then once you've summoned it, does it have a...
There's initiative, takes its turn immediately after yours. Only
Okay.
action it takes is dodge unless you use a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action.
So you can go ahead and use your bonus action if you want to give it a command.
Okay. As this giant cat, like with fiery fur, appears in the proximity of the creature, burning its flesh as it appears, Kara screams out, "Attack him, Fluffer Huggins!" And as the wildfire cat does a slashing attack.
So like the potatoes you love so much that live in the ground, this fiery potato cat?
It's also like it's a fiery, like, but still potato-ish looking. So it's not like entirely cat. It's like
So it's like if
it's still a
somebody
little bit of like
cookie cuttered
spiritual
a cat
potato
out of a potato.
shape. Yeah.
Then put her
But
on
it's a
campfire.
fur.
God.
but
So it's-
but its fur is fire.
So it's reaching out and taking a slash at the bug
Yes.
man.
Yes. And I'm trying to figure out how does it slashes. I think this one.
There we go. All right. You gotta. Does it roll to hit?
Do I roll with? What do I roll with it?
There should be something
Like what
that
is
shows its
what is
modifier.
the modifier I use? Because it doesn't say here. Do I use the charisma or do I
Let's
use
see.
the wisdom? Oh, the cat.
Conditions, challenge conditions, and bonuses, ranged weapon.
I would assume that it's wisdom because I'm a
Oh, it
druid.
just has a plus
modifier
4
to
to
hit.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
plus
it's
4 to
just
hit.
1d20 plus 4.
If
Oh,
you look
okay.
at your character sheet, Panda, and scroll down to summon wildfire spirit command. it'll
Yeah, I
like,
have
all
it
the-
open, but it doesn't say.
So
if
flame
it's-
seed, ranged weapon attack plus 4 to hit. If you just click.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if that's a ranged attack, do you want Fluffer Huggins to back up so that he doesn't get disadvantage on his attack?
Yes.
And the Bugman has already burned his reaction, so he will not get an attack of opportunity on Fluffer Huggins.
Yes. And as this is happening, Kara moves away too.
Okay. And with a 13,
I think it's
Actually,
right here. Wait, no.
1d20 plus 2. Is it supposed to get a plus 4 or plus 2?
Plus 4.
It's supposed to be
So,
plus 4.
with a 15,
15.
with a 15, that will hit. So he will
Yay!
take 1 more point of fire damage.
Hell yes! All this damage.
Fluffer Huggins is going in. Anything
Damn.
else?
That should be it.
Alright, floats. What we got? You have not pushed to talk. We can't hear you. I can't hear you. I saw the mute and unmute come up. Can anybody else hear?
I can hear.
No.
Well, I can hear you, not
Oh,
him.
okay. First word sounds like do you still have push to talk on? And are you pushing the right button? Let's see. Yeah, because I'm not even showing your mic registering. I'm not getting a green circle around your box.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we go.
Oh
Got it.
my god,
Hey.
he's alive!
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah, I don't know why it's the push to talk isn't working.
That's fine.
So I just have
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Alright, so first I'm gonna use my bonus action and manifest an echo.
Do it. Do it. Let's get you.
And I'm gonna put it like right next to this guy.
Let me get you your echo.
Because I can go
sir.
within 15 feet.
There's your echo, sir. Let me place it where you like.
I don't see it. I see a little toy car.
Oops, hold on. No, it's on objects and tokens. Where? Token where? The one I'm moving around right now? It's yellow?
No, I don't see,
I see it.
on mine.
It should be right beside your character.
I don't know. Sometimes like it takes a minute before stuff actually pops up on mine. Oh man. And then I am going to come in and move down here, right next to him.
And as you move past to go down next to him, that clicking that was still very loud by your character. Another bug man reveals himself and takes a swing at you.
Oh no.
That is a 21 to hit.
What the fuck? Oh wait, it's not. I thought it was 21 points of damage. Oh my
Dude,
god.
21 to hit.
No. Oh, don't do
Yeah.
that.
21 hits.
7 damage.
Oh,
That's so much
That's
better than 21 damage. My brain sometimes. It's frightening.
Alright, well in that case... Well, I've already kind of gone out of his reach now, haven't I?
Now you could go back to him if you want. You haven't used all your movement. You've only moved 5, 10, 15. So you
Yeah, if
only
I
used
leave
half
though,
your
then this
movement.
guy gets an opportunity attack, right?
He's already
He's
burned
already-
his reaction. You could.
Well, Floats is not going to be very happy that he just got hit.
So what is Float's
So
gonna do
he's-
about it?
Oh, he's going to swing.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 22 hit.
22 hits. Roll that damage. 6 damage.
Oh, wait, no, shit. That was with my,
Oh, that's pole.
that was the
That's your
D4.
bonus deck.
Yep, hold on. I'll roll the actual one.
So
One
7.
more point.
Every point counts.
Exactly. And then my Echo is gonna go ahead and swing in an attack. Also, for the one that I attacked, I'm gonna use my Crusher feat and push this guy 5 feet away from me.
All right. And is that just 5 feet back?
Yeah, 5 feet like back.
Okay.
Says, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space.
That is an unoccupied
Provided
space.
it's no larger than me. One size larger.
It is not. It is a medium creature. Cool. And then your Echo is taking an attack at the one that he's near?
Yes.
Go for it.
Ooh. Does an 8 hit?
An 8 does not hit. And normally I would say your Echo might drop his weapon or something like that, but he's an Echo. It's part of his person.
With an 8, he would drop his weapon?
You rolled a natural 1.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's gonna be my turn.
Right. You're still getting used to manipulating your Echo. Night Piercer, you are up.
Seeing as everybody's multiplying and introducing their summons to the battlefield, I'd like to call in for Barrow
Barrow.
and join in the fun.
Right. So you're gonna use your action to summon him?
I believe I already had him out scouting. He just wasn't on the
Okay.
battle map. So yeah.
Got it. All right. Where would you like him?
All right. Yeah, person on my shoulder, I guess is fine. But yeah, I'll just send him in.
He hasn't been there the
if
whole
it's
time,
alright.
right?
I don't know where he was. Where
Okay.
do you think would have made sense? He was scouting before we happened upon this entire, incident here. So I don't really know where he would have been.
Then I would say you probably had him circling overhead, maybe somewhere in that area.
Okay.
Because if he was on your
Sounds good.
shoulder, he would have gotten blowed up.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So I'm first going to have Barrow come in and screech right in this bugman's face.
Okay.
And he'll take the help action and then use his flyby, and I believe, yeah, he has 60 feet of fly speed, so I'll put him around here.
Now keep in mind, he's gonna have to come out of the sky, swoop in,
Mhm.
help action, and then is he staying at the same height and just moving back?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, that should be fine.
All right.
Yeah, it's only 20 feet, so yeah, I would say that's a good
Yeah,
spot
like
for
40
him.
feet in and then 20 feet back out. And then Night Piercer's gonna walk up. His attention's kind of strangely fixed on the flaming potato kitty, about 20 feet away, but he's just gonna kind of walk up and aim specifically for this bugman's legs. And I'm actually going to expend a superiority die as he
Okay.
slashes to try and trip attack this guy. So first make my attack roll, which is a 12, but then I get to add my 1d8 superiority dice or die.
Now, is that to the damage on a trip attack or to hit?
It's the 2 hit. So
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and roll with advantage again?
Oh, right, yeah. I guess yeah. Oh, sorry, I clicked damage because my brain isn't functioning, but there we go, it's a
There you
20.
go. Okay.
21, plus the superiority die. I rolled an 8, so it's 29 to
Yep.
hit. Is that hit?
29 hits.
Nice. So he's going to take the 14 damage as the rapier slashes. I'll try to catch him like in the knees or the ankles or whatever equivalent this bugman has on his legs. And
Okay.
he needs to make a... Let's see. He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. Let's see what he's got.
And it's a DC of 14.
And he rolls an 18.
Okay,
So he stays
does
up.
not- Yeah, okay. Anything else for my turn? I don't think so. So yeah, that'll be my turn then.
As you swing through and hit him in the kneecap, it buckles, but he stays upright. However, once you're done hitting him, he's starting to look a little rough. And then we will move back to the top of the order with Tali. Now, Tali, fortunately, your rage has faded.
Oh, it has? I thought it would last at the end of this turn if I didn't hit anything. Because I took damage from the bombs, used
Yep.
1 turn to run.
Which you didn't attack or do anything in that round, so your rage is worn off. Now you could totally rage again if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll rage again, and I'll just 5, 10, 15. Run up to him. I'll
Okay,
rage
and
when I
you-
get up to.
And you are flanking, so you will have advantage on these strikes.
Alright, well, I first need to make that dex save.
You want? Oh, okay. You're gonna. Well, you used your bonus action to rage.
And it's at the start of my. When you start your rage, and as a bonus action on each of my turns, it happens.
Okay. Dex save. That is a 4. He will fail.
Good, that is 4 lightning damage.
Right.
And we're rolling high.
And as the lightning strikes down and hits him, the carapace cracks a little bit, and this green ooze starts pouring from the cracks in his shell.
Fun. I'm gonna hit him.
Do it.
I'm gonna, just in case if I get any higher, might as well
Look
give
for
it
it.
a
Look for
shot.
that nat 20.
No, it wasn't, sadly.
21 will still hit though.
That is going to be, since it's two-handed, that is 13. Because I'm raging, there's +2 on top of that, so 15 in total.
Okay. So yeah, with that, you swing down, and with a crunch, this poor guy gets splattered. And his leg, you can see it just kind of twitching as the life leaves its body.
Not sure if that's edible. 5, 10, 15, and I'll start running towards the other one.
All right.
Last of my movement.
Hedrick,
All right.
it's on you.
So everyone's pulling out the fun stuff. See this guy pop up right next to me and take a swing at floats. I'm gonna start running away from him. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 25 to get to right about there. And just as I'm running, just fall to my knees, and my limbs just start snapping and lengthening, and
Wait, what?
you just see like my shoulders just kind of pop and dislocate, and I raise my head and my eyes are black with blood running down my face, and my jaw just dislocates as I let out a yell and go into my form of dread.
Very
The
nice.
bonus action, and then I will turn around, give that guy a Eldritch Blast. With 9. Unfortunate.
A 9 will not hit.
Unfortunate. That'll be my turn.
Right. So all of you watch this mutation happen right before your eyes, as it seems like Hedrick is almost no longer there. This is definitely not the halfling that you've seen before. And with that, the Bugman is going to use his action to cast a spell. And I'm assuming nobody has blind sight or true sight, correct? And he is going to take his 30 feet of movement because he does not realize what the fuck he just got himself into. 15, 20, 25, 30. He is going to start running away. He doesn't want anything to do with whatever this group is.
Aww. You scared
He's
him.
not gonna get away and chase him.
Well, you have the other one.
With that, it's Fezzik's turn.
Do I still have sight on this bug guy?
He's running into the woods, so I would say he's got half cover. But as you begin to target him, his form is almost shifting. It doesn't appear like he'll be in one place and then, almost like deja vu, he shifts to another and back and forth, and you can't quite get a beat on him, so any attacks that you take at him are going to be at disadvantage.
And he's running into the forest right now.
He's running into the woods.
Well, Vezzik's gonna hold back on attacking here. One, because he can't really tell where this guy is at, and two, his only range spell that would probably work here would probably light the forest on fire, so he's just gonna hold back.
Alright.
Do it.
Burn it all.
Do you want to ready an action or anything?
I'm gonna start walking over to this corpse of this other bug one, actually. I want to check it out.
Alright.
Can I start inspecting it, see if I can figure out
Yeah,
what this guy is?
If you want to use your action, go ahead and roll me another nature check. This time, yeah, just roll me a nature check.
Right. Oof, 10.
With a 10. A 10, you've heard of this kind of creature before. It's almost more of in stories or in passing. It sounds familiar. It's definitely got more wasp-like features than anything else, but the fact that this thing was invisible and the fact that the other one seemed to be kind of dashing back and forth, that doesn't ring a bell, and it's not what you remember being told of these creatures. But it sounds familiar. You think you may have heard of something like this before, being out in the woods.
Interesting.
Alright. Kara.
So there are no like enemies in sight so far.
I would say from where
Do we hear more clicking?
You do not. You do not hear any more clicking. not at your current
Hmm.
position. And I would say with the hill there, you've lost line of sight on the one that ran into the woods. You would have to move to try to pick up a bead on him if you wanted to do anything.
Well, I whistle up to Fluffer Huggins and tell him to come closer to me.
He's a good potato kitty. He listens.
I know, he's so cute. Like, I literally, sorry, literally the love of my life at the moment. So yeah, I actually don't know, does it burn me if I hug him?
I mean, he is fire.
But he only, but it's like,
Does he deal damage when he's in proximity of a creature? Or does it have to be designated by you?
I think it could be designated by me, but I don't think so. Okay, so I still apparently don't know whether I can touch whatever thing I can summon, so
It's actually
he just
so,
like
yeah, it
runs
would
up
be-
to me, and I put like my hands on my hips and be like, well, sorry, it's been a while since I summoned you like this.
It looks like it reads that each creature within 10 feet other than you. So I would say that, yeah, you probably being akin to this potato kitty.
Oh, so I can hug him?
That's what it seems like.
Oh, okay. Well, I already told him. I already
Give him a
talked to him, so
little patty pat on the head.
yeah,
You did a good job.
I do. That's so cute. And then I turn to the group because I could move, but I don't want to leave my kitty there. So, and I look at all of the like little minions, and I start suspecting that maybe they like the enforcers were choosing people just because they have pets. And
Maybe.
I prepare a dodge action.
All right.
So does my kitty too.
All right.
So please don't throw anything at us.
Well, that one's running, so that's probably. You could probably make the
I
deduction
never
that
know.
there's
They
probably
just
not
came
anymore.
from the bottom of the ground.
Anything else?
Well, I already used like dodge actions and stuff,
All right.
and yeah, that should be it.
Floats.
Are any of the other bodies still there? Specifically, the one that got struck with lightning and died?
You have that
Or
one right
just-
there. That's still on the ground with a big old X on top of it.
That's the only body that's left.
Yes, unless you want to count the bits and pieces of the
Explode.
exploded peoples.
No, I'm just gonna investigate the dead body.
All right. What are you investigating for?
I just want to search it.
Okay. You just
See
want
if
to
I
check
can
to see if
find
it's got
anything.
anything on it?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me an investigation check. A 14. Let's see. You find a ration on him.
Wait, what?
And that's it. This guy had one food ration on him.
Which guy? The hostages?
No, the bug man that you guys just killed.
He had rations?
He had a ration. He had a single ration.
That means he was a human.
I mean, bugs gotta eat too.
No, but like if you're a bug.
I'm pretty sure almost everyone in our group isn't human. They're humanoid.
Now, did that take my action, or can I
Yes.
still do something else?
That's your action.
Fine.
To investigate, to pat down the body.
Oh my god.
While
no.
investigating, can I rip off one of its arms?
I would say that would take your action to rip off an arm, but if you'd like to use your bonus action and the rest of your movement, sure. If you'd like to, yeah, if you want to use your bonus action and the rest of your movement, roll me a strength check to rip the arm off.
Can my Echo use an action to rip off one of its arms?
Go for it.
Does he get the arm?
With the 21, yes. He rips it clear out of the socket.
Sweet. With my bonus action, I'm gonna take the arm from him and turn to Tolly and be like, "Hey, oh, I know you like arms like this, so here you go."
Oh my
Oh god, please,
no,
please not
no.
again. Please, I beg you. I can't take it again.
I'll respond when it's my go. You'll get a response.
That is so romantic.
Alright.
That's the most brutal
Sure.
romantic shit I ever seen.
Sharing bug people under the
Oh,
sunset.
Are you planning on Lady and the Tramping it?
Oh,
One of you stand on one side?
No, I'm just giving it to him. That's it.
Alright. Night Piercer, you watch as Float's Echo reaches down and just rips the arm off this bug and proceeds to hand it to his apparent master, and its master then turns to Tali and offers it as a snack.
Night Piercer's just gonna do that one gif of the guy going like. and then,
Going like, what? Wait, what?
and then proceed to investigate around the area, and perhaps Barrow can assist him in this regard. Actually, he's first gonna go sort of signal Barrow to go keep an eye on the bug that was making its retreat, to sort of just see where it's headed, or if it puffs into a cloud of smoke or something.
Okay.
So Barrow can sort of keep an eye on this guy, hopefully. And
Okay.
while Barrow's doing that, Night Piercer's gonna try to look around the area. The bugs didn't erupt out of the ground or anything, right? They just
They almost just
thin air.
appeared out of nowhere.
Okay, so he's going to try to sort of investigate the trail as well as the surrounding area to see if he can find footprints or any kind of sign of where they could have came from.
Okay.
And if there's any more potentially on the way.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check. 23. Yeah. It's very subtle, but there is in fact footprints on the ground, and you can track them almost right up here to where Barrow's at.
Okay.
But it is definitely a definitive path that they were taking.
And does it seem like this guy who's running away is kind of just retreating through the same path that he came from?
So I would say as you were tracking this path up to where you were, you're able to see him as well. And again, you're seeing the same thing Fezzik is, where he's kind of shifting and almost moving from one spot to the other unnaturally, and it's disorienting. But he appears to be headed in a straight line from that path that you picked up.
Okay. I think that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. Tali.
Tyler's gonna look at the arm and be like, in a second, and go charging after the bug.
Oh my
All
god!
right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna recklessly swing at him.
So these will be just straight attacks.
Yep.
God damn it! So much passion.
I don't know if that's only a 13.
13 misses. The first swing, you go to crack this bug that's, it's your meal, it's getting away. And as you have a maul, right? Yeah, as your maul swings through the air,
Oh, Warhammer.
a warhammer, it's almost like the bug just disappeared and reappeared, and your maul swings right through it and smashes into a tree.
I'll need him to make me that deck save.
All right. That is a 9.
Haha, that is a fail.
All right. Roll that damage.
There's another 4.
We'll take the 4 damage. Anything else?
I'll just be there. I can't do much else. If he tries to run, I'll swing at him again with my reaction.
All right. Heterak.
All right. Seeing Tolly chasing after this thing and up there swinging, I'm going to go charging after it as well. And attempt to release another Eldritch Blast at it.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
And this will be at disadvantage.
Okay. I should have done that. That's my first
That's fine.
roll.
Just roll it again. And a
Ooh.
20 will still hit.
Roll some dumb. Whoops, wrong weapon. Use the correct weapon.
9.
And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Whiz save. That's a 9.
Fail. So you are frightened of me.
Oh, it's already frightened, sir. You don't have to worry about that.
I know. You're now double frightened.
But I needed to
Specifically,
make it
double
my
frightened.
own efforts.
Yeah.
But duly
Oh,
noted,
sorry.
he will have disadvantage on attacks on you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to add my temporary hit points. Okay, there's my temporary hit points. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. It is now the Bugman's turn. And he is gonna keep on running.
I'm gonna take a swing.
Go for it. This will be a disadvantage.
That is a 21 and a 11. That's not
Again, just out of reach. It seems to disapparate and reapparate right around your maul.
How dare it.
And it takes off into the woods. And that will end its turn.
Well,
And
that was quick.
just for the sake of brevity, is anybody going to be chasing this thing all the way through the woods?
No.
My answer.
if you say that there is an opportunity to keep going, Tara will keep going. Whatever whatever the
I don't know.
appetite of this troll woman is, it's not hers.
I'm down to hit him with the Toll the Dead and see if that drops him. But
Well,
beyond
he's-
that, I don't think I'm gonna try to do anything.
Yeah, he is deep in those woods. Those woods are thick. He is considered to have total cover at this point.
I mean, if you want to go after him, he might have, like, friends. You realize that. He had one friend, I'm pretty sure he could have more friends.
Well, if we don't have visual on him, then I don't see any point in pursuing.
And
him
considering the
further.
fact that it supposedly could have been a human being,
Well, I
they're
don't know if he- I
capable
don't
of
know-
coming in contact with each other, like, without, like, being part of the pack.
Yeah, I don't know if Nightpiercer saw the ration, but that's true.
Can we roll? Did we
So if
like? Did we see
nobody's
it? Like,
if nobody's like just blindly charging into the woods, I will consider this as being out of initiative.
I mean, technically, I am.
So you're just going. You were just
I'm
blindly
raging,
charging.
and I do not have a high intelligence. Yes, she is
oh,
chasing me.
how about like two of them split, maybe?
Is anybody
No.
following Tolly?
No, I'm not following.
I'm in my form of dread. I'll probably be following for at least the remainder of this minute.
Okay.
Kara's so map. She doesn't need this woman anymore.
Can I yell at
She saw
Tolly?
map. She saw road. Like, she doesn't need like anything else from this woman.
Can I yell at Tolly? If you go chase the bug man, you're going to be killed by the god of bugs.
Hello,
Okay.
crazy woman. Earth.
So
Raging, not that smart.
I would say. So you. Let me see. How would we do this? So yeah, technically your turn would come up first. So go ahead and Nightpiercer, roll me a deception check
Okay.
as you yell that out.
It's pretty. It's
Even
pretty
my
out of
cat
pocket.
thinks
It's just
that's
like
crazy.
as I'm
And-
saying it, it's almost like I just like hesitate for a moment, trying to think of. If you go into the woods, you're gonna get killed by the god of bugs.
And Tolly, roll me an insight check.
That is so
Do I have to? I was just gonna use my passive, but sure, I'll go for it.
I mean, with an
Yeah, I don't
intelligence
believe
of
him.
8, yeah, you know he's full of shit.
Just like, not that smart, but I know that ain't true.
Okay, can I shout at her? If you're
So-
gonna run away now, you might not catch the beast, but you will miss me nudging on this one right here. Nom nom nom, tasty. Do I roll deception?
No, roll me a performance check. See how
You
much you
believe
can make
that
it
I
look
would
like
eat
you're,
that?
see how much you're gonna make it look like you're actually gonna eat this thing. 13. That's not bad, but I'll let
It's
Tolly
not bad.
decide
Like,
whether or
I
not
could if
she actually.
if the punch comes to shove.
I'll let Tolly decide whether she cares or not, though. She already has an arm waiting for her, so.
I don't think I can hear her from this distance, especially if I'm charging.
You are raging, so. So, to make this
I
easier,
tried.
let's
I tried.
go ahead and both
I do have a good passive perception.
Hatterick and Tolly both roll me perception checks at disadvantage.
Okay,
I'm gonna roll some stuff on my end.
that is 10 and
I
a 10.
it only shows one. Yeah, so that was at disadvantage with a 7. Oh, 9
So,
and a 7.
yeah.
Yeah, there it goes.
With a 10 and a 9 or a 7.
Yeah.
You guys go in there and you look around for a solid 5 minutes while you hear everybody else calling for you back on the path, but you don't see any sign of this bug man.
I'm just gonna swing my hammer at trees in anger. Seems like a me thing.
And after about a minute in there, I would probably end up collapsing back to the ground as I kind of retract back into my normal halfling form as the spirit leaves me.
You like
Okay.
collapse, like fall down on your belly, or on your back?
Yeah, probably until it's over, and then I'm fine and don't remember it. I'm suddenly in the woods with Tolly running around.
Aww, so cute. If she eats you though, it's not gonna be that cute.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean,
Wake
you're
up, Tolly's
lying
gnawing on my
down.
arm.
You're lying down there all alone. You know.
I just returned with nothing but his arm. Don't know where the rest of them.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh boy. Is it my
Alright.
turn?
So I will say at this point we are out of initiative. So what would
Hell
you
yes.
guys like to do?
Me and Fluffer Huggins are gonna walk this way. I'm gonna chit chatter to him like about all the stuff that happened, but you wouldn't be able to hear that because she's moving away rapidly.
Now, how
Do we
long does
see
Fluffer
Hatterack?
Huggins
Well, not
stay
rapidly, like at her pace.
out? How long will Fluffer Huggins stay out?
For an hour.
An hour? Okay.
Do we see Hatterack and Polly come back from the woods?
When you
empty-handed?
guys decide that your search isn't going to yield anything, do you start marching back out to rejoin the group?
I
I'll
would,
try
yeah.
and look for tracks for a little bit, and if I can't find it, I'll hit some trees.
All right. Roll me a survival check.
No modifier. It was almost a
14.
20.
There's not really much of a trail per se. There's a few scattered footprints here and there, but the forest floor is very dense and there's not really a whole lot to track.
I'll just probably smash some trees for a few minutes. Ellie was very unhappy she let her next kill get away.
Kara is walking away. I can roleplay like whatever chit chatter.
Okay.
But
So, Nightpiercer, were you trying to follow the footprints any further than where you had been?
No, I was just going to stay here to wait for our distracted compatriots to return from their little side quest of their own so that we can continue on our way.
And Fezzik, are you doing anything in the meantime? Same as you, Floats?
yeah, Fez is just gonna pick up Multi, drop him in his pack, and start heading out.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss my shadow.
Alright.
And now that the fighting's over, my character is gonna look down at his hand and see that he's holding the severed arm and be like, ugh. Like, ugh, what is that? Why am I holding that? And where is Hederick?
It's the
Where has he
nasty.
gone?
It's the yake.
And you'll see me just kind of, after a little bit of time, come, slightly uneasy on my feet, but walking out of the trees back to join the group.
And Hatterack, as you do, you go to put your crystal skull back in its pocket, and as you do, you feel something in that pocket. And as your fingers kind of go over it, you start to think back about that one girl that, as you backed away, didn't seem to take an attack at you. It's almost like she reached her arms out, not to grab you, but to stuff something in your pocket. And as you go to put that crystal skull up, let's see. You find a note in your pocket. Did it send it?
I have not received anything yet. Oh, there it
we
is.
go.
An original so I can read it. Oh, God.
And as you look over the note, it almost seems to. It's not ink. It's almost like a dull brown. And as you look further, you realize it's dried blood.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Just like a
Are you
pouch
sharing
of
it with the
like
group?
dried blood?
I'll kind of read over the note. Kind of look over the group. I'll actually walk up here without saying a word, hand it to you.
Why?
I'm going to kind of whip around and begin to put two and two together that the cool, strange, lanky creature that went off into the forest is the same as this very, comparatively normal-looking halfling handing me a note and say, what is this exactly?
So I messaged you the same note that I messaged him.
I'll look at you and say, we might have, well, bit of a issue.
Logistical issue. I am having trouble reading this note that you sent me, Brass, because I need to zoom into it, but
Are
then
you
the
gonna-
resolution gets really bad.
Okay, are you gonna read it to everybody? Or let everybody know? If so, I'll just read it out loud.
I think the moment we get Tally back, Night Preacher's gonna give her a bit of a disapproving glare, and then try to round everyone up to sort of discuss about what just happened and what we should do next, including,
I'm
if
walking
need be,
away.
sending Barrow to chase after Kara.
Okay. So at some point, though, is this gonna get read to the rest of the group?
Like rest of the group but Kara. And I will not be listening when you make this thing.
Kara, you will feel Barrow perch on your shoulder and begin to like squawk at you insistently as if he's trying to communicate something to you, but it's
No. I'm gonna like shush him away. But not too violently. It's like, what's up with you?
Barrow's gonna almost try to...
you better tell Rain to like speed it up. Like, I'm pretty sure they're fine back there. Like, I don't hear anything happening, and I can see them.
Barrow's gonna almost try to like latch onto the back of whatever you're wearing and like fly backwards and try to like literally pull you towards Night Piercer.
Okay, I will stop, but I will not walk back. It's like, okay, I will wait.
Okay.
And I will sit
provided
with
that
Love for Huggins.
the rest of us sort of walk and eventually catch up to Kara, I think the note would be read to everyone.
Okay. So the note itself says, "Please help. These creatures have captured the rest of my people and taken them to their camp located on this map. I can pay you. They have all of my belongings stored at the campsite, and I will give you everything I have. If it's not enough, I can get you more. Just please help." And as you flip it over on the back, there is a map that seems to lead to something that could potentially be a campsite.
Kara just rolls her eyes and is like, well, why are we supposed to like go there?
I have to agree. We have business to attend to.
Like we have things to do.
Well, and Rain's just going to drop the note onto the ground and begin to stomp, sort of grinding it into the soil with his shoe. Say, As far as I'm concerned, none of us ever received this note. Let's be on our way. We have a deadline to meet and a place to be.
All right.
That'd be the point. I'd return with
I-
twigs
I,
and
like,
hair.
I'm
all over the
on a-
place, like, "Ugh!"
Doubling up on this action, Fluffer Huggins like comes and like steps with his fire paw, and the map just starts catching
Just-
on
I want
fire.
to grab.
fire.
I want to grab the map. I want to snatch it off the ground and just
Wait,
stuff it
and-
in my pack. This is just in case. Yeah, if we can get help to them after we're done, might as well keep an eye
Fluffer
on this.
Huggins growls if you try to take the map, but he will not attack.
And I'll just take it and just stuff it in my pack.
Gonna go get that bug arm.
If Fluffer Huggins stepped on the map, would it not catch fire?
I wanted to like
That's
grab
what-
it before that
it
happened.
caught on fire, but
So- I would say that
what's your name again?
as it starts to catch fire, you're able to
Benny?
grab it and at least put out the map. It's got some
Yeah.
singed corners now, but still intact and legible.
Kara would just like ground and be oh, come on. Why would you need this map? Like, by the time we're back from everything, they will already be dead.
Well,
Do we?
we can hope that they don't die and just try to send help for them at least. It's the least we could do. Like literally the least we could do.
Kara just rolls her eyes and turns around and starts walking forward.
Rain will also roll his eyes and go walk forward with Kara.
All right, so everybody
Mr.
is
Badass
just
is rolling his eyes at me.
so everybody's just plugging along.
I'm going to watch this interaction and just kind of take note of it as we continue on.
All right. So with that, we will move back to our travel map. So this was at the beginning of the day. And let's see. Right, because you guys camped there. Yeah. So by the end of the day, you guys have gotten you're into your second day of travel, and you've gotten back on the road, and the path seems to be pretty clear. You're approaching the end of what you would normally travel in a day. If you would like to press any further, you'll be rolling Constitution saving throws for points of exhaustion, or you guys, since you're close to the road, can go ahead and bed down for the night.
And this is the end of day 2, correct?
This is the end of day 2, yes.
Okay. And where our token is right now is accurate?
Yes. Yep, you guys are kind of skirting the the road itself and shaved off about 4 to 8 hours worth of travel.
Okay. I suppose it's time for another barrow perception to try to find any place that seems promising to settle down for the night.
All right, go ahead and roll me that perception check with advantage.
I'll guide as he flies off.
All right, add a d4. All
It's a 15 plus the d4.
right,
D4. What the heck is it? Whatever. Just.
so 16. With a 16, you're on the road. It's traveled, very regularly. There's spots off to the side that you can find to bed down for the night if that's where you guys would like to go ahead and stop for the night.
Is it raining out?
No, it is not raining. It stopped raining earlier that morning.
So, goblin willing, we all want to go ahead and call it a night and get a good night's rest. I suppose we have a couple more days of travel ahead of us before we reach Princeton, hopefully.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
Probably hoof it tomorrow, hopefully without any more murderous bug people.
Right.
Nala's
So-
going to. She's not going to sleep with the group, but she'll be enough of a distance where she can see them and they can see her.
So
She
how
won't
far
go
away are
too
you going?
far.
How far are you thinking?
Maybe like 120 or so feet away.
Okay, you only have 60 feet of dark vision.
Well, I'm assuming they're going to have a campfire or something at some point. Keep warm, so I'll just watch that.
So you're just looking for that pinpoint light.
That's it. As long as
So
I
you'll
see
be
them.
able to see them, but they won't be able to see you.
Yeah, that's how I should keep it for now.
Okay, so you're at least within earshot.
Yeah, she doesn't fully trust them yet. One of them did give her food, so that was a nice touch.
All right.
It was something she get, so it's like, something.
All right. So what are our sleeping arrangements?
I'll take first watch.
I can join on the first watch.
All right. Go ahead and either both of you give me individual perception checks, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I have +2 on perception. What about you?
+2 as well. Might as well just both roll it, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh.
Good rolls. Very good rolls.
Teamwork.
So as you guys are up, nothing really catches your attention. You're dialed in. You're fairly certain if anything was near, you would have heard it.
Well, I'm gonna ask. Well, how did you met Rain?
Well, him and his father, we were good pals back in the day.
Huh.
Working down, well, he worked in the mines. They helped me out, I helped them out. You know, what I'm really interested in is, how did you end up improving this, potato gal?
Oh, yeah, they kind of caught me, having a potato garden outside of the town.
Oh, you're outside city limits?
Yeah, they kind of burned it all, and I only managed to save 4 of them.
Fucking savages.
Well,
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, miss.
at least I have the 4 that are left.
Plan on growing a new one when you get the chance?
Yeah, hopefully, if they survive.
If we survive.
Well, that would be nice too, I guess.
Oh, before I forget, do you know Rain as well? It seems like you had some, familiarity there.
They grew up together.
No shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
used to do a lot of stuff in the forest and everywhere. You know,
You'll have to tell
casual
me about
stuff.
that sometime. I didn't see him much when he was young. It's only been kind of the last few years that we got to know each other.
He was more cheerful and a little less pretentious, maybe.
Hmm.
Oh, it's in my ear. It's itchy.
Go
They're
to bed.
burning.
Keep sleeping. Night sparkle.
All right. So y'all's watch comes to an end. Who's up next? Or who you guys waking up?
I'll push Rain on the shoulder, be like, "Nick, your turn, kid."
Oh, of course. Yeah, I can take the watch alone. That's fine.
Sweet. And I plop down and lay down.
All right. I guess while I
If you
have a moment to take a watch, question to the DM.
Yes.
Does Rain even figure that he needs the map at this point? Because he has taken a look at it once, and it is sort of just a road network to get to Princeton.
You're
Not a very
on-
complicated one.
Yeah, you're on the road for the most part. It's not super complicated. You guys grew up here. You know you're very close to where you grew up. So, I would say at this point, probably wouldn't need the map at all.
Okay.
Maybe not to
But I'm-
find Princeton, but to find the Victor's Manor, potentially. You're not sure. You've
But-
never been.
So can I scout with Barrow as well as make my own perception?
Yeah, if you want to do a perception check with Barrow and one for you, and Barrow's with
Okay.
advantage.
So
Okay.
13 for Barrow, and perception. A 22 for me. Wow, I did better than my owl.
22.
Yay!
Very nice. So as you're sitting there in the dark, well, campfire going, dim light, it gets to be about the time of night that Teren was doing his watch. And you could swear you start hearing almost like a gnashing sound. And it's very distant, but it's there.
Can I get any sense of how distant?
It's pretty far off. You're thinking at least maybe 200 feet. You probably wouldn't have even heard it if if you didn't do so well on your perception check.
Okay. Rain's just kind of gonna mutter to himself, God, it's been a long day. I must be hearing things. He's gonna sort of, ending his watch, go wake up Hatterack and Floats.
Alright. So Hatterack and Floats. Let's get some perception checks.
Alright, let's see.
Nice.
Normal.
I just wait until one of us fails and we all blow up.
22.
Don't take any ideas, Brass.
And unless there's something you guys want to discuss or talk about, your watch goes by uneventful.
And probably about, with at least an hour left before we get everyone up, I'll start getting some food together and start getting some food prepped for the morning.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm actually just gonna fall back asleep.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
You're just gonna crash.
Perfectly fine.
He's got it.
Perfectly
He's done this before by himself. He knows you're probably tired, so being the good halfling that he is, it's not a problem.
And generally, especially at night, I'm probably, while keeping watch, off talking to myself.
Well, with that, you guys wake to the smell of what are you cooking over there? What you got going on?
I'm just trying to make these kind of garbage rations that they had in this stupid cabinet somewhat more edible.
And you can tell that, yeah, they're stale. And rations typically last for a while, but these somehow still don't seem the freshest.
Oh yeah, looking forward to getting my hands on some fresh ingredients.
Right. And I'll say with that, you guys begin to head out in the morning. Your bellies are full. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys are able to make it. Are you guys gonna stay to the road, or are you gonna try to make a straight cut through? Who's leading the way here?
I mean, I'd have the map, but it's up to them if they, since, well, I don't know, but since he knows the way already, he could just be walking in front of me, but Tyler would just be walking ahead normally with the map.
So what would
Do your best to understand it.
what's the marching order for you guys?
Guess I'll stick in front.
Yeah, I think
No,
as
it's
long
voluntary.
as Tali doesn't start going off into the woods or anything, Rain will be happy to let her stay in the front and sort of be right behind.
So y'all are gonna basically stick to the road as you keep going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alright, so Tali, since you and Night Piercer are up front, if you both want to roll me perception checks, and then if you want to roll me another one for Barrow, or another one at advantage for Barrow.
Not 20
Natural
for Barrow.
20.
Not one
Awesome.
for Rain.
Poof.
So, you know, the both of you are walking along, and if it wasn't for your owl, you would have... You might even almost lose the road path. But Barrow's going to keep you on track, and... One second.
The circumstance would be he'd be telling me, this is the right way to go. I'm like, no, it's not. And then Barrow just flies down and flips the map upside down. Like, oh! That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
And so what was the marching order? We had Night Piercer and Tali up front. Then I would say you can go probably... This is a fairly wide traveled road. You could go anywhere from 3 to 4 abreast across if you wanted.
Fezzik's kind of hanging in the back of the line.
Okay. Then floats and
Yeah, I'll
I'm just kind
probably
of like in the middle.
middle? Okay.
I'll probably be somewhere beside floats, occasionally chatting with him, occasionally chatting to myself.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are about midday through your travels. The sun is just starting to set past its peak. Somewhere around 1 to 2 in the afternoon. Barrow flies back down onto your shoulder, Night Piercer, and in his own way informs you that there's a cart approaching from the opposite direction. And it seems to have, with a natural 20, it seems to be a single man, a single woman, and a couple of smaller cages.
I will come to a stop. Hopefully Tali notices, but he won't like call out Tali or anything. He'll just kind of come to a stop, turn around to the group, and be like, "We have somebody approaching. What's the plan?" And I'll tell them that it's a cart and everything.
And keep
is
in mind,
described.
it's a major trade road. It wouldn't be uncommon to have carts on the road.
Let's
This is,
burn
like,
it.
Is this like the first we've seen anybody else on the road so far, other than the people we just killed and got exploded on?
So far, and I mean, but keep in mind, this is the first day you guys are really traveling the road.
Let's burn it.
Do they look dangerous or just normal passengers?
They look like passerby, but after what happened yesterday, I don't know.
Well, why don't we just walk past and just keep your guard up?
All right.
Can we like move away from the road so that we're less obviously on the road, or is it like hard to get down?
No, there's a little bit of shrubbery on either side. Not really a whole lot to kind of get down behind, but it's
Kara will
flat
move
roadway.
closer to shrubbery.
I'll do the same. I'll go off the side of the road and try to stealth and kind of follow the group out beside the road.
okay. So,
I would also like to stealth and try to hide.
all
I
right.
would probably not have noticed him calling the others for at least 30 feet, and then I'd be like, it got quiet, and turn around and just wait. Down the road, just waiting.
And Fezzik, you gonna stay on the road, or are you gonna try to get in the bushes?
Fez is just gonna keep walking straight down the road.
Same for you, Night
Right.
Piercer.
Right, yeah, Night Piercer will follow Pheasant in his decision.
Okay. So everybody that's gonna be trying to hide in the bushes, roll me a stealth check. So it's Kara, Patarek, and Floats.
Pretty good. That's alright.
Mine's a 14 because I rolled with disadvantage.
Do you have disadvantage from your armor?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Armor.
It's not bad.
And Kara? You still there?
Yep.
We still
Get a
I'm
stealth check.
just stupid and unable to find stealth.
should be this.
There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
She's taking her time.
Yeah, I was like, that was premeditated.
And it's funny,
Juan
Floats.
dives
Like,
into the bush.
Floats, you get down in those bushes and
I get
You
so sneaky,
feel-
my team loses me.
you feel very stealthy, and the minute you turn around and look, like, Kara and Haddock are gone. Like, they have just stealthed out of the game. But, as the rest of you are traveling down the roadway and get a little closer to the cart, as it travels up, you see a common, fairly common folk man and his wife potentially in the back. You're not quite sure. And then in the very back, there's a lot of smaller cages, and you're not quite sure what's in there. But as the cart pulls up a little closer to all of you, the man brings the horses to a halt and raises his hand up and says, "Hello there. You would happen to be travelers, would you?"
I just give a look to Rain, just like really annoyed. Just like, yes, we are travelers. We're just walking past.
Oh, well, my name's Barth, and I'm a traveling merchant, and I have lots of wares for sale. I don't know if you guys have any need for pelts or any small animals, but I've got lots for sale if you would like.
Small animals.
You would hear a voice in your head. We don't have time for this.
We don't have money.
Fezzik just says, we don't have time for this, and keeps walking.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna keep walking. Pretend we didn't even hear them.
Okay. So you two are gonna continue forward past the cart and just keep on going?
Just keep on going.
I'm gonna go take a look.
Wait, there,
We
come
have
on,
no
surely-
money, sorry.
surely- But you
We're
you have something
poor.
to trade, maybe?
Nope, bare
Oh.
essentials. You know what they say, right? Pack light, travel light.
Rain
Well,
flashes the end of his rapier, just like unsheathes it just a tiny bit, and then
It's-
continues forward.
It's been hard times, I've got the finest in beaver pelts, if you're interested in beaver pelts.
I am interested.
Kara observes it from her shelter and rolls her eyes
So
and
Kara,
just continues forward.
oh, hello there, ma'am. I didn't even see you. That was a great hiding spot. You wouldn't happen to be interested in any, of our tiny creatures we have for sale here, or maybe you'd be interested in some beaver pelts.
Unless you're giving 10 for one golden piece.
Oh, that's a mighty steep price. Normally, I sell these on the market. They're the finest of quality. You're looking at, at least one gold piece for two.
While they're
One
distracted by
gold
this,
piece for 7.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm gonna go look at these small critters.
No, I must insist. It's. I mean, I'm taking a loss at 2 of them for 1 gold. I mean, look at these. Have you ever seen such a finer quality?
I'm sorry. I really have only the money for 7 to buy like 7 of them with 1 gold piece that I have, and unless you're agreeing to my price, I'm gonna move on.
I mean, I could sell you 2 of them for a gold piece if you would like.
I don't have use for 2, I have use for 7.
Oh, well. Sorry we couldn't strike a bargain, but maybe one of these critters in the back tickle your fancy, maybe help you part with a little more of that coin.
Nah. And she just walks.
While
Alright.
while they're talking to her, and while
Where
Tolly's
is
come
Kara?
to inspect one side, I want to come around the side
there
that
it is.
they're facing away from, and
Oh, you guys are
approach
going
the
this
cart.
Wait.
So
So
you're
while
gonna
they're-
approach the cart?
Yeah, I want to remain stealth and approach the cart from the opposite direction from where like Tolly's looking at them, and where they're discussing, being distracted, and kind of come in and see what I can see in the cart without them noticing I'm looking.
Okay. And I would say with Tali up front and Floats, are you trying to stealth coming up?
Nope. Once I heard they got like little pets, I'm gonna be like, oh hey, what you guys got in there?
So yeah, I would say definitely with both of them up front and these 2 being distracted, in your role, you have no problem peeking up in there and seeing what they have.
What do I
So
see?
yeah. So it's all manner of small animals, from ferrets to turtles to a rabbit, and even a raccoon. Like, there's all sorts of small creatures, and besides those, you see a couple of beaver pelts, a couple of squirrel skins, not really much past that.
What are like the size of the cages? Are they all in like individual smaller cages?
They are. They're all individual smaller cages. A couple of them, like I said, have birds, but they're mostly smaller creatures.
And how many beaver pelts do I see?
You see a fuck ton of beaver pelts.
I want,
Like,
I
you get
want
the
this.
gist. I mean, and this guy's also decked out in beaver pelt gear. So, from what you're gathering at this point, probably while he's off hunting, his wife snags up whatever animals she can find and tries to help supplement his beaver pelt income with small critters.
I would like to.
Wait, is his wife there?
Yeah, she's in the back, right behind him in the carriage, sitting back there with all the animals.
Oh.
I would like to grab me some beaver pelts.
So you're just gonna swipe them.
I want to swipe me some beaver pelts.
You're gonna swipe some beaver pelts. All right. Roll me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, they notice.
So before you go to swipe your beaver pelts, so Floats and Tali, you guys both see the exact same stuff. Neither of you see Hedrick. So what are you discussing with the gentleman and the lady? They're showing
I
you
want
their
to-
wares. You're kind of hearing the spiel, and
I'll ask the different animals and the prices for these animals.
oh well, this, and of course at that point is when his wife will pipe up and she'll say, oh well, this one right here is, it's a mockingale, and it's very hard to find. I would part with it for 1 gold, and this raccoon here, I mean, it's small now, but it gets rather large. I would say for that one, 8 silver pieces, and this squirrel over here, it's got mange, but it's got heart, and I would say 2 silver for it.
I think you said there was a weasel?
Oh yes, the weasel. Yeah. It's gonna need a lot of tender love and care, but it's not dead yet. So make me an offer.
Hmm. She's thinking.
And
How
floats
much
for
was
you.
the raccoon again?
The raccoon was 1 gold piece.
Peace. I have Taz gonna morph through her furs and stuff and be like, I'm gonna pull out. Alec technically has 5 silver because of the weird thing it gave me. I don't know why.
Oh, was it an electrum piece or something?
No, it was.
Comes with your background.
It comes with the background because of
Yeah.
the fighting thing. I don't know if I'd still have that or not.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes with your background, I would say yeah.
I'll give them the gold piece. I'll say I want the raccoon and I want the pet.
Oh, okay. You know what? For 1 gold for both, I'll make that deal. So, you now have a raccoon, and of course, as you go to collect both the raccoon and the weasel, she takes both of them out of the cage and just kind of hands them to you.
Damn, that's the same bargain he made for me. A 2 for 1.
I don't get a cage for them? Alright, I'll just carry them in my hands.
The cages are very expensive, and the weasel, you can, it'll sit for the most part, because it's not doing so great. It doesn't have a whole lot of strength to struggle. But as soon as that raccoon hits your hands, I need you to make me a acrobatics check.
Oh, no constitution check to see if he has rabies.
No, this
It's a natural 1.
this raccoon, as soon as it
Oh.
soon as it touches your
You're glad
hands,
it's not a constitution one.
it acts like it has been stuck in scalding hot water and slips through your grasp and takes off running out into the field. It is trying to get the fuck away from you guys. You still
I'm
have the
gonna chase
weasel,
it.
but the raccoon is taken off. It is off to the races. You
While
said
he's
you're
doing
gonna.
that, I want to talk to the driver and ask him how much for the beaver pelt hat.
So I will say that Tali's deal happens at the same time you're trying to swipe those
Yes,
beaver
right
pelts.
there. Sorry.
It was very, very distracting.
So yes, very distracting indeed, and I will say you're able to swipe probably a good 10 beaver pelts.
Wow.
Crit fail turning
Sheesh.
into a success.
Full beard.
One person's loss is your gain, sir.
Okay, I'll need
Wait,
a
how many
slight
pelts?
recap because it
Ten.
exploded. So all I heard was the
Whoa.
raccoon bolted for hat, and then everything died.
Oh yeah, so the raccoon bolted and took off away from you guys, and as the raccoon basically just almost like it was dipped in scalding hot water, struggles free from your grip and takes off running. Everybody's looking at that while Heterek is pilfering beaver pelts in the back.
I'm just gonna. Tal's just gonna
Just
lightly
imagine, like-
smile and just take the weasel and start walking.
To which side the raccoon is fleeing?
It ran off this way.
Okay, good.
And so, Floats, you're asking about the beaver pelts as well?
No, the hat that he's wearing.
Oh, the hat. The hat. Oh, well, I made this myself. Do you like it?
Oh yes, honey, it's lovely.
Yes, I make these out of the beaver pelts that I get. It's kind of a dumb thing, but I consider them friendship hats, and I give them out to all my friends.
But
But
how
they
much
seem
for
to
one?
appreciate it, you know? I couldn't sell you this one, but you know,
Does
I'd
this
say
man appear to be a large barbarian?
he does look very large, but he is a human. He is not a half-orc.
Ah, okay.
But he looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, I tell you what, I'll sell you one for, I'll say a gold, because it takes about 2 pelts to make one, and you know, you guys seem nice for the craftsmanship. I'll do that for free."
Sold. I will give him a gold for the beaver pelt hat.
All right, and he reaches into a sack that he kept on his side and pulls out a very nicely crafted beaver pelt hat. Hands it over to you.
Aww,
You now have a beaver
that is
pelt hat.
adorable.
Just mark 1 gold off your sheet.
So
Well,
a ways down the road, would me and Fezzik, I guess we would eventually stop Fezzik since we noticed that the rest of the party seems distracted and we'll just be like kind of watching from afar. Would we see all of this happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did we get like we see both angles of what's happening on both sides of the cart?
So with Hedric's
Turn around,
stealth
see
check.
how your party like buying the animals and snatching pelts.
Yep.
So with all the distractions and Hedric's really good stealth check, you see
Tara just,
Talion
like,
floats
face
up at the
bombs
front,
hard.
and you see the scuffle with the raccoon, but you don't really notice Hedric. He's still missing. You're not sure where he is.
Oh, all right. Oh, can we hurry up? We got places to be, really.
Oh yes, don't let me keep you from your travels. I appreciate your patronage, and if we ever happen to run into each other again, believe me, I'll have more of these goods if you're interested.
Do they take notice of the owl that's just like kind of circling around, perching on my shoulder and things as I'm walking past?
You see his wife kind of eyeballing it a little bit, just kind of looking around, and she's just looking.
Can I send Barrow to just like sit on one of the cages for a bit?
Sure.
Okay.
So he flies down, and as he lands on the cage, she kind of jumps a little bit. Oh, hello! Aren't you a curious thing? And she's gonna try to reach out and pet him.
All right. Are any of like as Polly purchases some of these creatures, can Barrow just like step into one of the cages?
Would you like for Barrow to step into the cage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. She has 2 cages open, one from the weasel and one from the raccoon that she just sold. I'll say he can easily fit in the raccoon cage.
Cool. I'll send Barrow into one of the cages.
So as he walks in, she'll look up and she'll go, is this sure Owl?
An owl? No, I don't have any pets.
Oh! Alright then, and she just closes the door. Locks him in.
Alright.
What are you playing out there?
Dear, we really need to be going. Oh, did you get you another pet there? Yes, this one is... I managed to charm it into the cage. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just that good. Yeah, right, okay.
Oh, watch out for exploding people, and Tally will just walk off.
That's a curious goblin. What an odd thing to say. Alright, well, safe be to you, and happy journeys. And with that, we'll go back out to the travel map.
Check on the state of this weasel. If it's gonna die anytime soon, or if I can try and nurse it back to health.
You could definitely try to nurse it back to health, but it's rough. That poor little weasel is.
Are you guys catching up to me? And do I see the weasel?
I'm just carrying in my hands, and trying to gently feed it a ration.
Can I look at it with my medicine check?
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought you actually brought the weasel and the raccoon to cook and eat.
Oh my god.
I was gonna place a bet. I thought he was just gonna bite into it as soon as he bought it. Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Not
too.
even killed.
I want to try and inspect the weasel if I can. Well, she already did it. Could I try and give her advantage?
Roll me a nature check. So with a 13 medicine, you're not 100% sure what the anatomy of a weasel is, but
It's gonna be a 2.
ooh, yeah,
Oh.
you just know that it looks rough. Like it's missing a couple patches of fur in some spots, and like other than really looking up to kind of see where it
But
is,
do I
doesn't move a whole lot.
know like the minimal thing that the weasel would need in this state?
Probably gonna need to feed it. Make sure you keep giving it water. Other than that, you're not sure.
Okay. Can I reach into one of my rations to see if I have anything like edible there for
Sure.
the weasel, like protein, like?
Yeah, I would say
So would it
within
be,
your
like-
ration, you've got stuff you can feed a weasel.
Okay, I pick out like a little bit of dried like meat and try to reach it out, like, you know, like slow down a little, like just like do it while walking, like a little
grab
nice.
that.
Okay, roll me an animal handling check.
Hell yes.
Oh no, I didn't mean by the weasel. I meant I was going to grab it.
Oh, no, for
like,
her to
he
feed
can
it.
growl, like
Okay.
Kara doesn't care.
So with a 12, yeah, it's timid, but it takes the food and starts to eat on it and nibble on it.
Kara smiles and just keeps on walking, maybe a little bit faster so that she gets a little bit away from the growling goblin.
Alright.
To be honest, I probably would have eaten the raccoon. 50-50. I would have seen if it was worth fighting and then eat it.
I would have eaten the raccoon too.
The weasel tallies.
It looked pretty fat.
Alright, so with another day down and another couple of animals purchased, a beaver pelt hat and some swiped goods, you guys continue the rest of the way down the road till the sun starts to
Oh
set.
no, Goblin felt left out, that she couldn't like summon any pets. Aww. Now she got a pet.
I mean,
There
I
you
can
go.
summon lightning.
That's also true. So yeah, with that, it's getting close to 11, so we will go ahead and take our break, say 10-15 minutes, and we'll pick back up at your checks to see if you can find a spot to rest for the night, unless you guys want to press forward. You know, with as badly as he seems to have been treated, possible. It's possible.
What do I roll to know that?
Roll me a religion check. Why not?
Hell yes. Come on, religion. Fuck.
Is reincarnation real?
You don't know a lot of religions, but you've heard reincarnation's a thing, so it's possible.
So you're saying with a 9, I get the feeling that it is a spirit, like it has a spirit of a potato from the
Well,
other universe. Probably.
You're not sure, but it's possible. You have heard of reincarnation, like that's a thing.
Okay.
Whether or not this has happened to the weasel, you're not sure, but homeboy's busted up. He's still looking pretty rough. All right, well, if everybody's ready, we'll dive back in and we'll start, I guess Barrow, if he's gonna do what he's been doing, is gonna, I guess, look for a place for you guys to bed down for the night.
Oh, well, Barrow's still in the cage.
Oh, that's right. Barrow is in the cage.
Oh
So-
shit, we're gonna get a shitty place to sleep now.
You know what? I'll go ahead and once we're pretty long out of view of the cart, just
Okay.
snap him out of existence.
Into the ether?
ethereal plane,
Okay.
and then snap him right back onto my shoulder.
That lady is gonna be tripped out. She's probably just gonna turn around and go, all that money I just lost. Damn it, I knew it was too easy.
Somehow it got out of its cage, reluctant, and flew away without a sound.
And you're not 100% sure, but you're pretty sure that husband's gonna get blamed for letting it go while she wasn't looking.
Well,
Son
the
of a
thought crossed
nun.
Brain's mind to try to swindle them out of some money, but it seemed like they were trying their best to make an honest living, so that's that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely could have left him in there to see what their conversation would have been. But yeah, so now you've got him back. Is he gonna do the flybys?
Yeah.
All right.
All guidance as normal.
Cool. Cool. Beautiful.
Good girl.
I would say even without the guidance, yeah, you're able to find a patch, place to bed down for the night.
Oops. Wrong button.
And I think when you click on guidance, when it pulls up the description and says you can roll a 1d4,
There it goes.
yep, there you go. So yeah, 24, find a nice little cozy spot. Seems like it's been used before and seems really like the one of the most ideal camping spots you can think of. So yeah, if everybody is gonna bed down for the night, Tali, are you gonna be camping with everybody, or what's your
I'm only
sleeping
gonna be
arrangement?
60 feet away this time.
So you're creeping a little closer each night.
Just a little.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable at it by this
Just-
point.
Just every night you just hear a little bit more of the Jaws theme, just slowly echoing and getting louder.
Nice.
Uh,
All right.
And you know, like the more we hear about it, the more nightmares come. Of
Makes sense.
Of this goblin just coming in and like jabbing on your like flesh.
I mean, if I was gonna eat you, I might have eaten you by now. Or would I?
That's the problem. Nobody knows.
Probably just be putting, like, all laid down on my side and have, like, the fluffy tail in front of me and have the weasel on top of it, just watching it. Seeing if it's
Aw.
doing any
Chilling.
better.
So cute.
Then a small bit of ration, just let it sleep.
Okay. So you're just gonna feed the weasel and fall asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check.
Okay. I have nothing in that, so that's just a straight roll. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay.
You roll over the poor weasel and make it worse.
I'll tell you what, since you're feeding the weasel, I'll allow you to make it with advantage.
Oh, okay. Natural 1, here we come. That's a 4!
Okay. Alright.
Hmm.
So, who's gonna take the first watch?
I can go first.
Alright. Is anybody gonna stay up with Kara, or she's solo Mio?
I can solo Mio. Before I go into the watch, can I summon the Fluffer Huggins?
Yeah, he can hang out with you through an hour of your watch.
Alrighty, I do that.
And just to remind everybody too, if every time you camp for the night, go ahead and give yourselves a long rest. So that way you get all your spell slots back, reset your max HP and all that fun stuff. Whoever got aid, and be full up.
That sounds a little ominous, but
I mean, he
Oh,
already told us to do it. That means
mean,
that nothing
it's a long
is,
rest
like,
every-
nothing
yeah.
is supposed to like distract us from the long like rest.
Because you guys would have had 2 other long rests before now anyway, so
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna sit with Fluffer Huggins, like, just like gently petting him. He's gonna purr. And every now and then I would like whisper like a little joke to him, and he would like purr a little bit more. Like a like every now and then he would do the chuckling little bit like action with his teeth. And yeah, after an hour he just like dissipates, and I sit there alone, just very sad, like just holding my potatoes, looking around. Do I need to roll a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check, and since he's around for half, if you want to roll a wisdom perception check with Mr. Huggins.
Give me a second.
And Brass, can I say that Rain is actually awake during this shift, but pretending to be asleep while glaring daggers at Kara and this strange potato cat that she's calling Fluffer Huggins?
Okay. Sure. And are you planning on taking a watch too, or are you gonna try to get your sleep?
Yeah, no, I was going to be taking a watch with Kara, but I didn't want to say it. I was just gonna be taking my own little watch.
Oh, okay.
While I watch glaringly from afar from my bedroll.
Then, yeah, if you wanna.
Is it because I rolled low on perception?
No. I was actually gonna say this before, but
I will say, if you want to make a perception check at disadvantage, you're more than welcome to, because you're trying to be low key. You're trying to, not doing your best at perceiving, but. 11. Okay. All right. So yeah, as you glare daggers at this, I'm not sure what you want to call it, that's sitting beside Kara.
It's definitely not Fluffer Huggins. I don't care what she's calling it.
Yep. You know deep down inside that is not fucking Fluffer Huggins. It's not Fluffer Huggins. It's just not.
Yes.
And for the hour, Kara, that you have Fluffer Huggins, even though he doesn't burn, he keeps you warm enough, and your watch goes without incident.
Alrighty.
Who's got the next one?
I'll take 2, why not?
Alright. Go ahead, and if nobody else is going to join you, roll me that bean footage. Or whoever is going to join him, roll me a perception check too. Go for it. Nice. Again, nothing. You're good. Nothing you see.
You know, I gotta be honest, I'm sure, you know, you might get this a lot, but, that thing where you become, like, 2 guys, it's kind of unsettling.
Wow, just drop it right there. Not even ease into it, just BAM!
What are you talking about?
Never mind, let's just keep watching.
Okay.
Awkward.
So yeah, guess you guys sit in awkward silence after comment bombs were dropped.
Intense awkward silence.
And 2 hours of that goes by without incident. I take it, Hedrick, you're doing third watch?
Solo third, yeah.
Alright, roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna wake up Rain too, he's not getting off a day without the watch.
So Rain's currently snoring loudly with his mouth wide open.
I want to take a ration and drop it in his mouth.
Alright. Rain, go ahead and roll me a constitution saving throw to try to keep from choking on this ration that's getting dropped in your mouth.
15.
With a 15, you choke and gag, but you don't choke on it. You're able to spit it out, but it does wake you up from your sleep.
Time for your watch, kid.
Go.
What the fuck was that?
That's your morning alarm.
No, just who else is taking a watch?
Looks like you and Hattie.
I took a watch earlier. I'm going to sleep.
Insight check.
Go ahead
I
and
don't believe it.
roll an insight check,
Well, technically he's.
That's a
Hey.
21.
and go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Because you're not lying. You did take a watch.
It's an 11.
11. You don't believe him.
I'll give you a night off just this once, kid. But next night, you better not catch you snoozing through the whole night.
Yeah, and you just keep dropping rations into my mouth while I'm asleep.
I thought it was the polite way to wake you up.
Damn,
would
such
love
an
to say-
attitude.
I know the doctor just here. Shut up.
Seems we've
Wait,
all
what?
a goblin friend.
I have that passive 19, so I'm assuming choking and what the fuck being yelled at would eventually
Probably woke
wake
you up, yeah.
I'll throw this hammer. I'll go back to sleep.
Alright, and with a 12 perception, nothing seems to catch your eye. And the sun crests over the mountaintops to the east, and I'm assuming the same breakfast is made.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have
Indeed.
a little bit better than the average
Does it
everyday
taste like
ration.
Weasel?
And Tali, as you wake up, you can't seem to find your weasel.
Wait, what?
Start
No.
looking for it.
Roll me a survival check.
I should stop giving brass ideas.
That's a 6.
You don't see any sign of the weasel.
Can I see if I notice that the person, the goblin lost the weasel?
I'd
mean,
say
I'll
with her
probably be
being
yelling
60
at her
feet
age.
away, yeah, you
Oh,
could
okay.
probably see that she's looking for something.
Can I just walk over to her because I have a feeling that she lost the weasel?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Would you
can
also
I...
like to look for weasel tracks?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a survival check. 16, not bad. So yeah, Tali, you are just looking around and getting angrier and angrier by the minute that this weasel is not where you left it, and you could have sworn that it was cuddled up with you when you went to sleep, and Kara hears you and comes over and starts looking at the ground, and sure enough, you start seeing some signs of where a weasel, because being as sickly as it is, probably was just dragging itself through the dirt and the grass, just trying
I
to
follow
get.
the tracks without telling the goblin what I'm doing.
And sure enough, within probably 50 feet, you find this weasel just passed out. It's
Just
still
passed out.
it's-
Like, is he breathing or
it's
is
still
he dead?
breathing. The weasel's
Oh
still breathing,
my god!
but
I dropped to my knees.
it tried its best to get away, but
Weasel!
You have-
Oh
have
my
found
god! I
the
dropped
weasel.
to my knees and like do like a very gentle action of like trying to pick it up and like almost shaking with my hands. Is like,
I'm not even gonna
oh
make
no!
you roll. I'm not even gonna make you roll an animal handling check because this thing is so tired from trying to get away that it is worn out.
Like can't like I just pick it up like it's like I check for the breathing.
It's breathing. It's alive.
Okay.
But yeah,
Can I medicine check to see if it's worse?
sure.
Like
Roll a medicine check. With a
Hell
20,
yes.
you can tell that the knight trying to drag itself away probably wasn't great for its health. but it has been fed for 2 days now, so call it an even wash.
Can
Not any better, not any worse.
take out a little piece of meat from my rations and try to like give it to him again?
Sure, it eats it.
All right.
And are you guys pushing along the road further ahead?
I think we should try
I'm not
and
moving the weasel back for the moment. I'm just holding it like in my arms, making sure that it's like super okay.
I mean, I've been informed that the weasel's been found, so I'm just tearing through the forest screaming weasel. Every now and then you'll just hear lightning strike somewhere random.
I think we
Kara,
should try and push ahead a lot today.
Do you give the weasel back to
Yes.
Tali?
The weasel definitely did not need that action. She probably like strangled him yesterday.
With a 6 and a 4,
she's not
you
trying
gather
to like make it worse, but apparently like she is stressing him out.
it's very
so.
possible that the need to feed said weasel and make it feel better may have turned into trying to cram food down its throat. And the weasel may not have appreciated it.
Yes. So
Nice.
yeah.
So
me-
yes.
Like whenever like the goblin lady comes back, Tally comes back, like I would try my best to like hide little weasel somewhere in my backpack, just
Okay.
like seamlessly, hopefully.
So you're sticking the weasel in an enclosed bag?
No, not closed.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna leave
It's
the
like
flap open?
I made sure that there is like a little comfortable pouch, and I wear backpack like front so that I can always see him in front.
Okay.
Do I need to roll stealth check for the weasel?
No, but I will say that Tali, you see Kara carrying her bag in a semi-awkward way. Not really knowing why.
I'm gonna go look at that. Weasel's gone missing.
Are you saying that the weasel got missing? You're actually approaching me to say something like that?
I'm noticing we're doing something weird, so I'm gonna go see what's up, and we're quote unquote helping you look for the weasel.
Because I'm assuming you don't normally carry your backpack that way.
Yeah, no. Are you asking though? Because I'm not showing you unless you're asking.
I mean, I'm just looking up and down trying to see, and then I will ask.
No, well, I'm not showing it you until you ask.
Rain's going to be impatiently tapping his foot during this exchange and seemingly reaching some arbitrary end of his patience. He's gonna yell out, "Weasel this, weasel that, nobody gives a shit. I agree with Fezzik, we should be pushing along, not wasting time.
Shut
on
up,
this
Night
thing."
Sprinkle. You don't understand this.
Tell you, why don't we continue the weasel conversation as we continue walking? Get, kind of knock out two birds with one stone.
Not till I find Mr. Weasel.
Mr. Weasel is fine.
Okay, did any of the rest of us see her put the weasel in her pack?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would
getting
say
to see
it's 60
I
feet
wasn't,
away.
I wasn't like hiding it
and-
from you. I was hiding it from the goblin that was like treating the weasel incorrectly.
So I would say
So we
with
would've
Tali
seen it.
being 60 feet away and the weasel dragging itself another 50 to 60 feet away, you probably didn't see Kara pick it up. So, but everybody at this point is noticing
No,
that
but
Kara is
I
carrying
said
her
that
bag in a
like
very
as I was
awkward manner.
No. But I said that as we were walking and the goblin was running around like searching for it, like I was with a group like feeding it and like tending to it properly.
Oh, so you were doing that
I
out
would
in the
just
open.
hide it as soon as Tally would approach.
Oh, so yes, everybody knows that you have the weasel then, except for Tali.
Kara, do you want to let Tally know what's up with the weasel, or should we?
Not unless she asks where is Weasel.
I think she wants.
Asked 3 times where is Weasel.
Yeah, she wants to know where the
I'm
weasel is.
sorry.
Where's my baby?
Politely.
She's got the weasel, Tally. She's fine. The
I would
weasel
like Mr.
is
Weasel
alright.
back. I bought Mr. Weasel. I would like Mr. Weasel.
Well, you can get your Mr. Weasel back when you learn how to not torture him. He needs rest.
Just staring at you. She just
I
has her
don't
hands
care.
out
You
for-
can stare as much as you want. I'm not even looking at you.
Tell you what, why don't you guys, you can exchange weasel tips as we continue our travels. We have plenty of time to kill. That'd be a great conversation.
So, Weasel in tow, everybody begins to make their way, albeit some of them more frustrated than others, towards Princeton, and we'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys go another 2 days. Nothing happens. You manage to find your campsite. You know, you guys are sticking to the road. You guys are making good time. And you guys are coming up on your 6th day, and within the next day, by the 7th day, you will be in Princeton. And let me go ahead, and whoever's leading the charge, I'm assuming Barrow still and Piercer and Tolly? So go
Probably,
ahead.
but Tally would have eventually have either retaken the weasel by asking or would have brute forced it. She is a very simple
Well,
person.
if you're forcing it, like, let's have a conversation about it, because Kara
Oh, no,
would
I'm
be.
saying she would ask first.
Okay.
No results.
Well,
were
Kara
given,
would
and she
would
just
tell you,
take it.
would ask you whether you're capable of like holding like him like in the most comfortable position for him, and not try to feed him unless like he actually takes it from your hand.
They can try.
No trying. You have to promise, promise that you're not you're gonna do like exactly as I say. Otherwise, you're killing the poor weasel.
During one of these long rests, I think Rain's actually going to attempt to just kill this weasel.
We're not there yet.
Oh my god.
Hey.
We're not there yet.
All right, so let's. So are you gonna try over multiple nights if you fail?
Right, so every night,
Okay.
while Rain is on shift for the night watch, he's going to attempt to grab this weasel and basically get Barrow to kill it and make it look like it was kind of destroyed by some kind of predator.
This is gonna depend on who's
Okay.
gonna have the weasel, because I
So-
would be definitely trying to get
So
it back.
let's do that. Let's go ahead
I mean,
and
if
we'll
you,
say
like,
over
if
the
you
course.
manage to like persuade me that
We'll
you're not gonna torture the poor beast, you can have your weasel back.
So let's
She
do
doesn't
this
plan
first
on
then.
torturing it.
Let's say over the course of the next 2 days, Tolly, go ahead and roll me 2 persuasion rolls.
Oh, okay, sure. 'Cause I'm good at those. It's a 13
Okay.
and a 8.
All right, and Kara, roll me 2 insight checks. All right. By the second day, you definitely believe that Tali is capable of, you know, with your guidance and
We're
your help
probably
over the
both
next couple
tired by this
days.
moment.
Yeah, over the next couple days, you tried giving her some tips and kind of showing her, and you're pretty positive she can do it. She can take care of it.
Alrighty.
Now, Night Piercer, are you
Does it even get
after?
to the second day?
Huh?
Does it even get to the second day though? Because I'm gonna be trying to kill it.
Well,
After that
so we'll do that then. Let's So you're gonna try to make Barrow do it?
I was thinking that just to. I mean, does it seem like Barrow could kill a weasel? A sick
Half
weasel?
dead weasel.
I mean, a half-dead weasel with barely 1 hit point. I would say that if it manages to go unnoticed, probably yeah.
Yeah,
so
I
first
guess
of all,
my idea would first be trying to like remove the weasel stealthily and sneakily from the party members while they're sleeping. Take it
Okay.
sort of a few paces out, as if it sort of escaped and was trying to run away. Have Barrow make the attack. If Barrow can't kill it, then I'll just kill it myself.
So for the first night, roll a stealth check versus Kara's perception check.
Kara would be asleep, so...
Well, so are you both taking separate watches then?
I would do my very best to try to take separate watches with her. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how that would pan out.
I'm gonna
to ask.
I'm gonna do straight rolls because she's probably on the first night gonna be on high alert because she's thinking Talia is gonna try to steal it back
Okay.
if she hasn't given it back already.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Do
wait,
I
you
roll
said stealth?
perception?
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're
so
not.
yeah, she
you're not
catches
getting
you.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Can I attempt to just kill it anyway?
Well, I attempt to protect it anyway.
Wow. Okay, so we'll actually use the meat shield rules at this point.
Okay. But maybe to
As
do
they
a
were
quick
intended to
little-
be used
Yes.
for fighting weasels.
So
Maybe to do a quick little RP thing though, when Kara wakes up, Nightpiercer will just look at her and say, "You do realize we're heading into a death game where we're gonna be fending for our own lives, right? The sooner we get rid of this weasel, the better. We shouldn't have bought this thing in the first place. Look at it; it's like half dead."
I summon Fluffer Huggins.
I
I
feel
would
like
say
we definitely.
at that point, once Fluffer Huggins is summoned, everybody wakes up.
Yeah, we definitely hear this.
Everybody is woken up by Kara basically yelling at Nightpiercer and then summoning Fluffer Huggins. You're not 100% sure why.
What
Can I
the fuck
attempt
is
to
going
get a
on?
quick swing in right as everyone's waking up before they can potentially stop me?
Go for it. Roll
Okay.
to hit.
I swear to God, this is a natural
And
20.
you know what? I'm even gonna put Booming Blade on my.
Oh
sword,
my
too.
God.
What do I roll?
Jesus. So right now it's going to be against your AC, or because you said you're going to protect Fluffer Huggins, correct?
Yes,
You're going to
like
try to
with
stand
my
in between.
body.
So
I don't
what?
care.
So what's going to happen is Fluffer Huggins is going to have a +5 to his AC.
He doesn't have a lot of AC, probably. To begin with.
Okay, you know what? I'm even expending one of my superiority dice.
Oh my God. It's just a weasel.
5E.
It has like 1 AC and like 1 HP.
Let's take a
about
quick
sending
little look.
message.
It actually has an AC. It has an AC of 13. So by Kara
Hey,
protecting
that's
it,
pretty
its
good.
AC is an 18.
Alright. I'm expending my superiority die to make a pushing attack against the weasel. So I get to add my d8 to my hit. So that's a 15
Okay.
plus the d8. A 19.
19.
Son of a bitch!
Oh my God.
That's
So-
enough, isn't it?
What does a pushing attack do?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it will really matter because if it dies immediately, it doesn't matter. But essentially, I try to like almost pincushion the weasel, like just with the tip of my rapier. And when the attack lands, it needs to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, I push the target up to 15 feet away from me.
I mean,
What is the HP of a weasel?
HP is literally 1 hit point.
Dude,
Like,
he's
it's-
dying! It's a dying
It's-
weasel!
It is 1 hit point.
He's
So
Does that mean his corpse goes flying?
has a- so what is the
I
what is the save?
The save. It is a DC 14.
Okay.
Doesn't matter!
It rolled a -1. So as you, it has a strength modifier of -4.
Okay.
So yeah, as you hit this weasel, it goes flying off into the woods, probably
Home
never to
run.
be seen again.
I would like to sort of like break past Kara's defenses and shish kebab it with my rapier, and then just fling it into the forest.
It's gone.
Fling it off of it. Yeah.
I'm going to rage and
Oh
rush him immediately.
It is gone.
Wait. How far are you from our camp? This is important.
Oh yeah.
Zombie trying to deal with it, I probably was slept in the camp to get.
Oh, good.
her to
That means we're making progress as a group. Good.
Nice.
So
Not
I just tricked you into character
farming
development.
I don't think that's good.
So I'm going to rage and swing at him.
hold on.
Killing
Or
Mr. Weasel.
get into all
Fluffer
this.
Huggins is gonna try to come in between to stop the raging goblin.
I don't think that's gonna stop it.
Well, it's worth an attempt.
So can't really put you 60 feet off of the map, but
She's not
We'll
60
say.
feet,
Could
she's
that-
in the camp.
I would be sleeping in the camp to get the weasel back during that time. That'd be the only
okay,
reason.
so you would be in the camp with everybody
Oh, yeah.
else. Okay.
Which means I would have been full there to see that weasel fly like a rocket.
So got a Fluffer Huggins. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this.
Are we on the map somewhere?
I'm trying to get it set up real quick.
Oh, okay.
Bear with me. Almost got it. Alright, so let's get you guys to the map. Alright, so at this point, everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Don't forget to click on your token before you roll initiative.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, sorry.
If you did forget, go ahead. Oh no.
How?
Wait,
You
wait,
both were
no.
awake before
Wait.
us.
This makes sense though because
Oh,
we were
no.
preoccupied.
Oh no, I feel like that makes the least sense.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because we already like woke up before you already like did our surprise turn of like summoning stuff. What was my initial one? I have natural 1.
You both got natural ones.
We're startled.
So let's do this. Let's.
I got that dirty 20.
Everybody's got it in
Why
it.
did you get us in this situation, Night Sprinkle?
Man, who would have
Oh.
thought the weasel of all things?
I just should have killed it before we started getting attached to that little thing.
All right, so
Well, you definitely should have.
think.
I originally wrote a 7.
Oh, 7. There we go. Let me rearrange real quick to descending. And
Oh my god. The vengeful little goblin.
I think this is gonna be the correct music for this.
Perhaps.
Oh.
All right, Tali, you are up. You just watched Night Piercer
Damn.
smack
20.
this
I'm
weasel.
going to rage.
Do I need to
Alright.
dodge?
Well, so
I choose who it hits, and I'm choosing him.
Okay, good.
yep. So if you want to go ahead and add your radius, and
Yep.
if you want to add that, I'll get your rage.
This is intense music.
Feels appropriate.
Oh, I'm gonna
Battle
need you
of
to
the
make me a
weasel.
deck
Weasel.
save.
All over a weasel.
This is where we TPK, isn't it?
Right.
Someone's got to be left standing.
This is the real games. This journey right here. We thought it was coming up, but no, this is it.
This
being
virtual.
truly
So you need a
doesn't
deck
have
save from
anyone
Night
show up.
Piercer.
Yes, he's.
17.
That will
Right.
pass, so you only take half of this. So you're gonna take 2 lightning damage.
2 lightning damage. Yeah, Night Piercer's gonna attempt to jump out of the way, but still gets slightly singed.
And
Glare
I'm
menacingly
going
at the goblin and say, "This isn't your fight, goblin."
I'm pretty sure that's like primarily
You
her
killed
life.
my weasel, and I will recklessly attack you.
This shouldn't even be a fight. Why is there a fight?
All right. We have a reckless attack incoming with a 12
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
and a nat 20.
26.
All right.
That's a natural
Roll
20.
that damage.
That is 7 plus another 7 if I do double dice. That'd be 18, 20 in total because of my +2 strength while raging.
All right. So, wait. So that would be a 13.
Total of,
So
What would be
1d10
it?
plus 4 plus 2.
yes.
So
Wait,
1d10 plus 6. So 7 plus 6 would be 13. Doubled, which is 26.
26.
Just like the number to hit.
So yeah, Night Piercer, as you skewer this weasel, Tali flies into a rage and rushes up to you and with all her might swings this giant maul and connects, and you're seeing stars. Like, you're not sure what day it is, you're not sure what, where you
For the
are.
record, I'm currently at 6 hit points.
I'm keeping track.
Good.
Good, you deserve it.
just so the party's aware. But yeah, that definitely fucked up my studded leather tunic.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes,
go.
it did.
Because I moved 20, so that's 25 and 30. So I'm gonna get right here in case he tries to run away, so I can hit him harder.
All right. And with that, Haderach,
Right. So
with an initiative of 9.
yeah.
9 or 9.18.
Everyone
Well, the
was
dex score's
struggling
in
to
there.
wake up. We can say that, out of their eyes.
Yeah, I come awake just as, Tali comes screaming by, witnessing this brutal hit. I am going to real quickly just snapcast Dissonant Whispers at Tali. So give
Alright.
me a wisdom saving throw. I don't know what's going on. I just see
Yeah, as
Tali
you
in a blind range.
as you come awake, yeah, you see Tali just
That's a 4.
scream, run, and just connect with Night Piercer, almost knocking him on his ass.
You will take 11 damage, and you must use your reaction to run as far away from me as possible. You hear all these voices suddenly like cascading in your head all at once, and you must use your reaction to run as far away from me as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just want to get them separated.
Do I get a reaction here?
Because he is being forced to move, I will say no.
But he is running. Or
Right,
she
but
is
he's being
running
made
herself.
to move by the spell. It's not under his own
Okay.
fruition.
Okay.
And I just
Right.
rolled on my inspiration table, and then that'll be my turn.
Right?
Okay.
So with that, Fezzik, you are up.
Okay, so Fez is done with your shit. So Fezzik's gonna point at Rain, and he's gonna cast Alarm on the ground beneath him, and immediately as he casts it, it's gonna go off with a very ear-piercing sound of a bell for 10 seconds straight, right underneath Rain. So pretty much Rain and Kara are gonna get ear-piercing sounds of a bell in them, and Fez is just gonna stare at them angrily.
So, yeah, right after Tali
Do we
just
roll
seems
anything
to
for it, or
take off.
we just hear
I
it?
don't believe it has any effect, correct?
What's that?
I don't think the spell Alarm has any effect other than identifying you that somebody's there.
Yeah, and I'm just purposefully setting it there to create
Be
an
annoying.
extremely loud noise
Yeah.
to get everyone's attention.
So yeah, you both see Tali just run off for no apparent reason, and a bell toll just goes off in your head. It's not, doesn't hurt you, but it's not a fun thing to listen to either.
And after it stops ringing, Fez is gonna yell out, "Oh, everybody please calm the fuck down. I mean, what the hell are we fucking doing? It's the goddamn middle of the night."
Out of curiosity, how does the one that made me run, is it just my reaction and then I come back, or what does it do?
Well, it's your reaction. So you've burnt your reaction for the turn, and then on your
Okay.
turn, I believe he can move back. Does the fear
so
effect
just-
continue?
Wait, that's
No, that one's
Is
that
it-
one's not a fear effect. It's just
Oh,
it
okay.
burns his reaction to move as far as he can away.
Okay.
as far as you can. Is it like 10 feet?
It would be whatever his movement speed is, which I believe is
Oh,
30.
okay. Gotcha.
All right. Anything else, Fezzik?
Yeah, I'm just angrily staring at Rain and Kara now, expecting an answer for what the fuck is happening.
And floats.
I'm just gonna kind of sit there, not get involved.
Oh, I could have taken him out with a single hit if I'd used Fury of the Small on top of that, because that would have been dope.
Oh, darn.
Oh,
That would only been 4
shoot.
points.
But
You
it
still
would've
had 2
doubled.
left over.
He would have been double. Oh no, it wouldn't have been from the crit.
Yeah,
It's
crit
a
doesn't
feature.
stack.
Oh yeah, no. Would have been
But yeah,
So much.
so Floats is just enjoying the show. You got your popcorn.
That is so.
Pretty much.
All right, Night
Why
Piercer.
did he go first?
Night Piercer.
I think you both
reaches
have
for
the
his
same
rapier,
initiative, so
almost as if he's about to start chasing after this goblin, but as he begins to draw it, he's almost gonna kind of pull over, and you watch him cough very violently onto the ground, spitting up like a fair amount of blood, and he seems like he is not doing well at all. He is currently kind of almost bowled over on the ground. He's going to like attempt to try to gurgle some kind of answer back to you, Fezzik, but he's just like, the wind's gotten knocked out of him. There's just a massive, gash, just like this. I'll say that like the entire centerpiece of his studded leather tunic has just been ripped through, and you can just see like the already almost like fractured ribs of beneath the tunic from taking that direct hit from Ollie, and he's just like struggling to maintain his composure.
Is that the end of the turn?
Alright.
That is pretty much the end. Yeah.
So yeah, at the same time, Kara.
As he is falling, I'm gonna catch him, just because, she's still a little sleepy, and she's still like trying to piece the whole thing together, and like there are some rings in her like head that she's still like kind of waking up. And then she sees like Rain just falling down, and it's like her basic instinct to catch him up. And she's like, what the hell do you think you're doing? Do you know how dangerous like playing with emotions like this, especially with a crazy person in sight? And I'm gonna cure wounds.
Alright, for 8 HP.
Yep.
And the moment Rain starts feeling even slightly better enough to speak, I guess using his reaction, maybe he'll respond. Just had to fucking wake up the goblin, didn't you?
I just I hold him, but I try to put him a little bit behind me, so that I'm in between the goblin and the Rain, and I pick up my axe, getting ready for the action, and yeah, I order Fluffer Huggins to come forward to protect whatever, to react to whatever. I would say I would tell Fluffer Huggins to save the reaction to meet shield for Rain in case there is anything coming towards him damage wise. And I don't pay attention to anybody saying anything because I'm preoccupied with the raging goblin. Well, she wouldn't wake up if you wouldn't try something this outrageously dumb.
All right.
And that's my turn, I believe.
Okie dokie. So, Tali, before you get to your turn, there is a loud crash, just almost an ear-piercing, almost like thunder, hits right next to where your guys' campsite is. And you've channeled lightning before, but you're not sure you've ever heard anything this loud. And
Kara is like, thank God.
In a flash, Cassius and Ember pop up in front, or in between you and Night Piercer.
Can I scream something at them?
And Cassius is going to walk up to Tali. And Tali, you... I actually don't need you to do anything. And that will be Cassius's turn. Ember is going to look at you, Night Piercer, and need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 18.
With an 18, you fail.
What the fuck?
Ooh, boy.
What the fuck?
And Ember looks at you and says, "Forget the fucking weasel and sit the fuck down." And you feel compelled to do exactly what he says. And Tali, as it gets to your turn, what are you doing?
I'm chucking a javelin at him.
All right. Roll to attack.
At him as if
I'm recklessly doing this.
Wait,
Sure.
who? The Cassius or Rain?
At Rain, that is a 21 and a 24.
So as you huck this javelin that you've done several times, it gets about 2 feet out of your hand and smacks up against an invisible barrier that before you threw this javelin you couldn't see. And you're not quite sure what's going on.
I'm gonna look at him. 'Cause he's right on the edge. Right there on the very edge. And I'm gonna point lightning bolt at him. So I need him to
And-
make that dex save.
And as you attempt to call down your lightning bolt, nothing happens.
Oh no, it's anti-magic or something. That's fucked up. He can hurt Fluffer Huggins with that.
So, are you gonna try to move?
I'm gonna try and move.
So, go ahead. Where are you trying to move to?
I'm gonna just keep going at Rain.
All right. So, as you get to just in front of Cassius, you hit a wall. You hit the same barrier that your javelin bounced up against, and there is something blocking your progression.
I'm just gonna snarl at him.
Is anybody else going to attempt to do anything?
I'm just gonna scream at the Cassius and Ember. Just like, what did you think about giving us a crazy one in our team? It was given that she would fucking lose her balls and stuff.
Rain
Whose fucking
wincing-
idea it was?
Rain sort of wincing really hard is going to be sort of somewhat channeling some kind of magical energy into his chest that's healing up the completely shattered ribs just a little bit. And I'm going to use my second wind, if that's alright.
Go for
my
it.
current status?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so that's 7.
Yeah, I want to walk up to behind Rain and just kind of look at Ember annoyed and so you've been spying on us? That's what this is? It's just a big joke, big test to you guys?
All right. First of all, and Ember is gonna move around towards you, Fezzik. First of all, no shit. Do you not realize that this thing is taped from the minute you guys are selected all the way up until the games? How do you think this works?
I mean, I don't know how it works because you didn't tell us anything.
All
It's
right.
kinda,
Well,
yeah.
that's part of the issue is the fact that you guys were supposed to make it to Princeton without fighting over a fucking weasel. Cassius, is the other feral one tied up? Yes, unfortunately, he hasn't quite got the gist of what's going on, but hopefully she will calm down in a minute.
Say, Ember, was this similar to you guys? You guys fight a lot too?
Well, there are only
How
was your
2
group?
of them left. I bet they ate the other 4. Or
Go
something.
ahead.
If they allow somebody like that join the team.
Yeah, that's a good question. How'd the other 4 end up?
Do you see him?
No, I
Do you
don't.
see anybody else with us? Well, there you go, numbnuts. That's what happened. They're probably dead.
Probably. That's a great
Yeah.
sign.
Yep. And if you guys keep doing this shit, you're gonna wind up just like them.
Is Rain still under the effects of whatever Ember did, or has that
For 8 hours, you are.
But what can I do currently in my current state?
You can sit. Because he told you to go sit down.
Is there, like, can I speak?
Yeah, you can still speak.
Okay. So, feeling probably a little bit better, although still looking not that great despite all of this healing. Rain's going to look at Ember, seemingly a bit surprised, but then say, "So you're a bit of a tactician yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
That is my
you
job.
Would you not agree that bringing a sickly, half-alive weasel into a death game is just not a very good idea.
Oh, shut up,
with
Night
this party?
Sprinkle. Stop trying to defend your case.
Are you really
You
blaming
fucked the
me for
situation
ending
up
life of
as
that
much
pitiful
as
creature
Hallie
Okay,
did.
that was
enough.
standing
Jesus
in the way
Christ.
of the
I have
party?
I have spent the last 2 days hearing you guys fucking argue about this weasel.
That's why I killed it.
Okay, but and Cassius will
Can I
speak up at this
slap
point.
him on the head?
Are you going to try?
Yeah,
slap him?
just
If you're before as you start to reach your hand up and your body posture shifts, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
son of a bitch.
And with an 18, you also fail. And so basically, Ember sees you raise your hand and says, "Nah, you don't need to do that." And you feel a calm come over you, and your hand goes back
I
down
kind
to
of
your
like
side.
shift my fingers a bit, like almost like trying to like remember what I was about to do, and I just put it down. And do I realize that it was something that it was done
You
with my wisdom?
you get the
check.
you get the gist that Ember's a friend of yours, and if Night Piercer's a friend of his, then whatever transpired here couldn't have been that bad.
Well, how do you expect us to control a crazy one like her?
All right, Cassius, you want to take this one?
Like seriously.
Listen, all of you. You had
We
one
might
job.
as well kill her right now.
You
if
had
it's
one
that
job.
bad.
Your job was to make it to Princeton. You guys understand that you're constantly under surveillance. I would at least hope that you would have known that. And right now, this does not look good. Dissension amongst your ranks. Everybody already thinks that District 12 is a laughing stock, and this doesn't help it. Correct, is a weasel in battle the greatest thing? No, but you also need to pull on the heartstrings of everyone that you're going to be fighting in front of. Your sponsors, the people that actually give a shit about you. And no offense, this one right here, and he points to Tali, this one right here can use all the cutening up she could get. The rage monster that has a pet weasel, I can spin. But now I don't even have that. And I, as your image consultant, can tell you that killing everything is not the way to go about doing things.
Oh, so now you're gonna spout off and give us advice. You know, it would have been real helpful if we had heard this back when I asked you, you know, before we left. But I guess you
Well,
coming in late, you know, really
To
helpful.
be
Thanks.
completely honest, Tiefling, we didn't know if you were going to be worth the time. If you can't make it to Princeton, then why the fuck are we going to waste our time training you?
Then why the fuck are you here right now?
To try and save some semblance of what you all are mucking about doing.
So I take it that you see at least a shred of something that must have motivated you to come here. In that case, let me ask you, do you really think keeping that creature over there, as he gestures to Tali, who will not hesitate to raise that weapon against members of the own team over a weasel, should belong in this group? Do you think that that creature over there will even raise our chances of winning?
Well, let me ask you something.
Fezzik's gonna step in and he's gonna grab Rain by the scruff of his neck. He's gonna lean in and say, "That's what you don't get, Rain. Do you think it's worth causing a fight among the group over a weasel? You're no better. You
I
don't
wasn't
think.
trying to start a fight.
You don't think.
That's why I tried to do this.
Did
in the middle of the night,
ask?
Fezzik.
Did you ask them about the weasel? No, you just did. You just decided and you did.
So you're
you
saying
don't think.
I should
You know how I know you
walk
don't
up
think,
to this
Rain?
goblin and just ask nicely. Oh, can I
Yes.
kill your weasel?
You know
and
how?
she would let me?
Because I did the same thing to her, and that's the reason she didn't attack you in the first fight. Because I talked to her, I reasoned with her. She can be reasoned with, but you
We're
don't
not
think.
all like you, Fezzik. We don't just sit there and think, oh, maybe if I just talk to them real friendly, they'll let me do whatever I want.
It's
Something's
not
got to
about
be
being friendly.
done
It's about
in the
using your
middle of
head,
the
kid.
night
You know how I know
before
you don't
we
use your
watch
head? You know how I know you don't use your head? Because you're here. You're here right now. Where's your sister? Huh? Where's your sister? Where's your mom? Why are you here? Do you think this is the only way? No. You had this idea that this was the right thing, and you just did it.
At the mention of Jules,
And
Rain's expression sort of twists into some kind of semblance of pain, and he says, "You didn't have to mention her. Doesn't have anything to do with any of this."
oh,
Sorry.
that's where I believe you're wrong. You see, we don't just randomly select people, and whenever somebody offers themselves to this, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it tends to cause people to pry into your personal life. So yes, we know everything about all of you. And yes, somebody that's fighting for something that
Oh
you're
no,
fighting
Kara
for
is.
definitely
Kara
is
just gets like this hint of the concern on her face that you know everything.
Again, there's something to work with there. They're showing that you are some form of person that can actually be cared for, that deserves to be cared for, and quite possibly deserves to win these games. But you going around basically wadding up pieces of paper from people that need help, which, don't worry, me and Ember took care of that, and killing things that don't belong to you don't help your case. So I need you to pull it together. Is that why you're here? Do you want to fight for her?
You don't ask him that. You have no right. You have no right.
You
I'm not
gave us a
talking to you.
mission to get to Princeton in 7 days, and I did everything that I could to prioritize that.
Have you
What
done
did
it?
I do wrong?
Well,
Have
definitely
you done it?
not
Are you there?
everything.
Well, we still have time.
And if we hadn't have stopped in, would you still be here, or would you be lying in a puddle of your own blood on the floor?
Rain's silent.
That's what I thought. So I don't think anybody walked in, took anything of yours, and tried to destroy it or kill it. So I'm pretty sure you can understand why the goblin over there is so pissed off.
You know what? You want the story, right? You want us to be your little story for your games. You want us to have heartbreak and drama. Fine, we'll give you that.
I mean, you can either do that or you can kill each other.
How about
Either way.
We'll give you what you want in return. How about you give us a little heads up next time about what we're going into? I seem to remember not getting as much as a second glance, not even a helpful piece of information before we went off on this godforsaken journey. So maybe just give us a little tip next time.
Were you outfitted?
Yeah, I was outfitted with pretty much the same stuff I had before you dragged us in.
And were you given a map?
Yes, we're given a map.
And were you told to stick to the road?
Yes, which we,
and since you've been on the road, has anything happened to you? Other than what you've done to yourselves?
Yeah, we got attacked by suicide bombers.
And was that on the road? Or was that after you veered off into the woods?
And who veered off into the woods? Who took the map away from us and made us follow after them for almost an entire day?
I don't think anybody took the map from you. I'm pretty sure that was the first one to raise their hand and assume leadership over the team.
What I'm trying to say is that that goblin over there is a problem. And if you want us to have the best chance of winning that we can possibly have with this group...
Well, it's not gonna get better if you're not helping Rain. I tried my hardest. And you just, like, decided to take it in your hands and do whatever you thought was best, without consulting any of us.
Well, if
you never told me that you don't like the weasel before we got into this fight.
You know what, Kara? I've heard enough. If you didn't wake up and summon this goddamn... I don't even know what this is. You call it Fluffer Huggins? That's not fucking Fluffer. If you just didn't wake up and let me kill the weasel silently, none of this would have happened. None of this. This is all your fault.
So you're blaming me for being protective of something that is potentially useful to our team? What did you expect?
Is going to be potentially useful to our team?
Dude, this goblin just spent entire night with us. I had a normal conversation with this goblin. Because of the weasel. Why?
If you just let me kill it, instead of waking everybody else up, including that goblin, none of this would have happened.
After about 5 minutes of you guys arguing, Ember's going to step up to you, Night Piercer, and he is going to need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. That's a 16.
16, you fail as you feel your body seize up, and you are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Okay.
Alright. Bullshit aside, I'm tired of fucking listening to you kids jibber-jabber on for what seems like a fucking eternity. So, yes, if you would like to finish making your way to Princeton, then we can get all the rest of this shit settled. And I think by now you know we're not going to let you kill each other, so go ahead and throw that idea out of your head. As much as my friend Mr. Cassius over here wants to play nice with you guys, fuck, I'll just kill all you. I don't give a shit. I'd rather not, because then of course I've got to move again, and it's going to be a pain in the ass, and you know. But can you at least all act like fucking adults for one more day? You are 1 day away from getting to Princeton. Do you think you can do that? Everybody but the one that can't speak?
Carrie
Yeah, no.
doesn't feel like she did anything wrong, but she said like, well, you can count on me acting normally if they don't throw any more surprises like that without consulting.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Princeton, okay? We'll get there.
Fantastic.
I would just like to ask that perhaps the next time we face a challenge, we just get more than the bare minimum. Is that too much to ask? You guys want us to do well, right?
Okay, let me ask you something. What do you think anybody else is going to give you out there? You've
I
seen
don't
these
care what
games,
anyone
right?
else gives.
Have you seen these games?
I haven't seen the games, no, but I know our district's fucking ass at it. I know you
So-
guys are the only ones who have ever won. So
you
that's
know
why I'm
how
asking
they
you for
work.
help.
So, Fezzik, roll me a perception check.
Come on. 16.
So with a 16, as Ember's talking and explaining, he seems to keep rubbing his neck. And somebody with your skills would know that it's almost a rash from something that he's had to wear for a very long time. And it's probably a dampening collar. And roll me a history check.
Oof, 21.
And you absolutely know what a dampening collar is. This is something that when the Capitol deems you a threat, if you are not in service to them, you are harnessed up like a dog.
And when I get up close to him, I just kind of want to whisper to him. They keep you tied down.
What the fuck do you think? Yes,
Is that what happens when you win?
absolutely. It depends on how much you win by. So forgive me if I'd like to not show the Capitol everything you're capable of right up front. The more you can do on your own without our assistance, the better it looks.
I'll give him a stern nod and back up.
Alright. Well, if me and my friend Mr. Cassius here can go back to sleep, he'll walk back over to Cassius, and Cassius will nod to you, Tali, and say, I understand your weasel was very dear to you.
Just
And-
let me out and I won't kill him.
Then with that, he'll wave his finger, and you'll see a small shimmer from a dome dissipate around you.
I'm just gonna pick up my javelin and walk into the forest where the weasel flew off.
I want to walk with her.
Where is... Just rolling two things real quick. And before you two are able to walk off, you see Ember straddle kind of off into the woods where the weasel was flung, And as he bends down, he picks up the weasel, and you start to see a glow come from his hand as the weasel coughs and sputters and seems to be living again.
Oh
Is
my
he-
god, Kira just drops to her knees at the sight of this. She's like, she has the sight of the best relief she ever had. She
And
just like
as-
goes like drops to the ground, like face in her like palms, like, God thanks. Oh my god.
And Ember's gonna hand over the weasel to you, Tolly, that looks a lot better than it did before, like even before you got it. And he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, "Now, you don't have any fucking reason to hurt anybody. You got your weasel back. Take better care of it, and we'll see you in Princeton. Got it?"
Thank you.
By the way, where are we going in Princeton? We never got that.
The Victor's Manor is what they told you. Said it's a building
Victor's
that you'll be able to, you hopefully will be able to discern when you get into town.
Okay, I'm gonna recompose, stand up, come up to Tally, like put a hand on her like shoulder and say, "Well, I guess he deserves as much as a name. Do you want to name her? Is it him? Do we know if it's him or her?"
Flip it
It's
over and
hard
roll
to
me an
tell with
investigation
weasels, I
check.
know that.
No, it's all
Sure,
right.
flip it over.
No, you just.
I'm a -1 on that. Why not?
I'll
Natural
say,
20.
I'll say with advantage because you're staring at its grundle.
I don't think
That's
I need
funny.
advantage.
Is it
You do
man? Is it woman?
You tell me.
It's a girl.
Tally, it's your call.
This is the female weasel.
There is no doubt in your mind that that is a female weasel.
What color is this weasel?
Whatever color you would like it to be. Its fur has
purple.
fully filled in,
It's purple.
and I would say any natural weasel color. Let's put it that way. Browns,
I'm gonna-
tans. It could be an
Let's
albino
make him
weasel
black. Let's make him black.
or black. Sure.
He's a
But
black weasel.
after handing you the weasel, Ember and Cassius, just as quickly as they were there, they disappear in another crash of thunder, and everybody that was under a charm effect or paralyze effect is released.
So what are you gonna name her, Tally?
Telly's gonna think for a moment. I'm gonna hold it up. Charcoal.
That is so adorable.
I'm going to look over at the one who killed the weasel and say, if you do that again, it will eat your face.
Well, maybe don't do that.
And then I'll just go back 30 feet away from the camp with the weasel and sit there.
Aw.
You can sit next to me if you want to see the weasel.
I will sit next to you.
After they leave, Fezzik's gonna kind of sit down next to Rain, and I'm gonna put a hand on him and cast Cure Wounds on him. 5 HP, not much.
But
You
it's
feel
something.
your wounds
It
heal
ain't
a
much,
little
but
bit
it's
more.
honest work.
And then he'll just say, kind of softly, I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Rain's just sitting there.
You know, you're exactly like him. I think that's the freaky thing.
Silence.
After a minute, Rain kind of looks up at you and Fezzix, and it almost seems like he's thinking about like other things on his mind, and he's like, we're just puppets to them, aren't we?
That right.
kind of stares off into the distance.
But the thing about puppets is, you know, they might have strings. They're not always pulled taut. There's always some looseness there. That's where we operate.
Pulled pretty taut just there.
I think we should count ourselves lucky it wasn't worse.
I'm going to bed.
You get some good sleep.
And you know there'll be a big smile on my face when someone from one of the other districts kills that damned weasel.
You are a Hellraiser, kid.
And we'll say that is our Heterek and Float's gonna talk to each other about what transpired, or would they like to? No?
I figured the moment that the other two showed up, then it became clear that stuff was settled down. They had things in hand. I passed right back out.
Oh, you just lay back down, went right back to
Yeah.
sleep. All right.
Fair enough.
Deal.
Floats.
Yeah, like
All good.
they realized everything was
That
in
got
hand,
settled.
and
Good
our
shit.
hosts were here to take care of everything. I went and got back to sleep.
I just finished my popcorn and then went back to bed.
All right.
Uh,
And with
I'm
that,
s-
oh, go ahead.
I'm just thinking if I had rolled a 10 and got that max damage, he would have been down. That would have been funny.
Then your
Terrible.
weasel may not have come back if somebody had to use their spell to raise somebody else other than the weasel.
Would have been a lesson one way or another.
A soul for a soul.
It's true. Your
Don't fuck with
weasel's
the goblin's weasel.
your weasel's what is it? The death DC is now 1 DC higher. So
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't even have a name yet.
was it charcoal? Is that what you named it?
Charcoal is the name.
Charcoal.
Okay, charcoal. Charcoal's death DC.
It has increased by 1.
Oh boy.
For now, we'll see how much bigger it grows.
And we'll say with that you guys managed to all fall back asleep, taking your watches and shifts like you normally would. Then with the morning, you know that you are within the day's push to Princeton, and your goal is in front of you. Do you all press on as normal?
I'm gonna put charcoal on my head and just walk.
I think we should go
I
fast
will
today.
walk close to Tally, just so that I can pet Charcoal every now and then.
Who will
Rain
not
will
be
stay
ground at.
a good solid 20 feet away from the furthest back member of the party, like all the way far in the back.
Okay.
And no Barrow in sight.
No
He's
Barrow.
Full sulk mode.
Barrow's in full sulk mode.
Or Rain is in full sulk mode. So no
Oh,
Barrow
okay.
today.
So, yeah, I mean, you're within, you know, I'd say if you guys walk at a normal pace, you'll be to Princeton within the next 12 hours. So before nightfall, you guys will make it into town. And as you guys get into town, Princeton, you know, is definitely one of the more upper class cities in District 12, but that's not really saying a whole lot. There are shops that are starting to close down for the night. For the most part, the only sets of lights you see are from the tavern and from what appears to be a very large mansion that you can see close to the western end of town.
I wonder if that's where we're supposed to go.
many days is it taking us to get here?
You are approaching the end of the 6th day. You will, by the time you reach it, you will be at the end of your 6th day. And everybody can take a long rest and heal up and get all your stuff back because you slept for the rest of the night.
Well, anybody wants to go to the tavern?
Yeah, I'll go to the
I
tavern.
definitely need a drink after all this.
I think a drink would do pretty good.
All right, go get drunk.
Oh, yes.
All right.
They
So,
better have no vodka in that tavern.
is there anybody that is not going to the tavern?
Rain will stop and wait outside.
Okay. So,
I will summon Flufferhuggins to keep Rain a company.
right.
So basically, like, I know you're not talking to me, and I know that I'm not talking to you, but seeing you staying outside all alone, even without your owl, I just like shrug, and the Flufferhuggins like appears behind me with a clap, hopefully without hurting any bystanders. If there are like any like people on the street, I'll try to avoid any damages. And Flufferhuggins just like sits there and purrs every now and then as he breathes.
Right.
And I tell him, you keep an eye on my friend. Make sure he doesn't get lost in a thought.
Sorry, bear with me one
No
moment.
reaction from Rain.
Not yet.
Alrighty.
All right,
He's
so
looking straight ahead.
as you all come to the tavern, the sign out front says the Manticore's Tavern, or sorry, the Manticore's Tale. The outside is not the worst tavern you've ever seen, but definitely could use some love. It's been here for a little bit, and those of you who want to step inside can go ahead and place your tokens wherever you'd like to be.
Where am I? My token is so sneaky on me. Okay.
I'll at least slip in
I will sit
behind one
on
of
the table. Can you summon the Flufferhuggins too?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll slip in behind one of the other members and kind of take a look around the tavern to see who all's there, if there's anyone dicing or anything like that going on.
Roll me a perception check. With a 9, no. I mean, you can get a pretty good look at the room, but from the most part, it looks like there is a gentleman in the very back of the room who's sitting by himself. There is a musician of sorts that's over where the stage area is, and as you all walk in, a human woman behind the bar sees all of you and pipes up and says, "Oh, hello there, dearies. Just take a seat wherever you'd like. I'll be with you in a minute."
Fezzik, do you want to sit with us?
Oh,
I just call over. So yeah, it's been a rough couple of days.
And as you all sit down, this little boy comes up to the table and says, "Hello, can I get you all something to drink?"
what are your prices?
It depends on what you want. If you want a pint of ale, it's just 1 silver, and water is just a couple copper. Unless you're looking for something a little stronger.
I take out 1 golden coin and give it to the boy, very nurturely, almost motherly, and I can give you that, and you bring us ale until that runs out, and if it doesn't, you can keep the rest.
As soon as you stick that coin in his hand, his eyes get as big as saucers. And he... yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And he's running back through the bar and going, Mom! I need ale! I need ale!
Aw, such a sweet little kid.
You see him
I'm
run
sure the
behind
viewers
counter.
like that one.
For sure they should.
And the lady that appears to be running the bar will see you standing at the bar, Tali, and go, "Hello, dearie, what can I get for you?" And Tali's not there, so the little boy is going to keep running around and grabbing all of your drinks. And we'll come back and look at you, Cara, and go, "Would you like to start a tab?
What?
Do you want to start a tab? Just keep it running?"
Sure.
Alright. If you want, I can bring you your change, it's no problem.
Don't worry, little one. Just keep us under control so that we don't go overboard. We don't
Alright.
want to get too drunk today.
Would any of you like something to eat? Something to nibble on?
You guys want anything? Do you have what is your best pies out here?
Oh, my mom makes a great shepherd's pie. She's really good.
Bring one of those.
Alright. And you'll see him kind of dart into the kitchen.
So guys, as we all know, we need to come up with a story. Do you guys have any idea what you have going for you?
I'm gonna assume I'm over here still looking at the bar, so I have no clue
Yeah.
what's happening.
I forgot that you had said
I'm
you
not
stepped
talking
out.
to you. I don't trust you to be
So-
interested in surviving in the way that we need to survive.
I'll point a finger at Floats and say, well, I mean, he's got that double personality thing. He seems to be the most interesting one.
Oh. Well, how can we play around it?
I don't know, how does it work?
As soon as they bring up Float's double personality thing, I'm gonna kind of shoot them both a look of that's probably not a subject to be broaching in the middle of a tavern.
I mean, you can be secretive about it. We didn't say anything too much about it. We're just working with what we have here. We want to get as much help out there as possible if we want to survive. So,
And as
any
you guys
ideas?
are conversing at the table, the barmaid will address Tali and go, "Oh, hello, dearie. Is there something I can get you to drink?"
Something strong. So, I have the urge to hit one of my friends, comrades.
You'd be looking at about,
acquaintance in the
I'd
face with
say-
the hammer.
I'd say about 5 silver.
I'll have a gold.
All right. Would you like a couple? Or you just want me to start a tab for you?
Do 5.
And then she will go and grab your drinks and bring them back.
And food for Weasel.
I don't likely know what a weasel eats.
I'll point to the... I'll like stand it up and it's on my head currently. That's a weasel.
Yes, dearie, but what does it eat?
Eat.
I might have something in the back. And then she'll kind of run around the back where her son is and start gathering everybody's food.
I'll take the... How much would it be for 5?
For 5, if you're looking at like regular ales, you're looking at a gold piece for 5, and then if you're looking at like hard liquor, you're talking about 2.5 gold.
I'll just get the one.
Okay.
The lower one, and I'll just bring them to the table and sit down and start drinking and waiting for the food.
All right. So yeah, as you come up on them, you
I
hear their
try to
conversation
sneakily
about...
like roll my eyes at her, like at the goblin like approaching us. Like, well, now it's not gonna be a serious conversation. But I try to hide it from the goblin herself. Which wouldn't be that hard since I'm sitting like with my back towards her. But yes. You guys might want to think about it and maybe tell me so that we can coordinate it in the best manner and we don't get into each other's way like it happened with Rain.
Just go easy on the kid, okay? He's got shit. And I know you were meaning well with the weasel, but just try and give him a break every now and then.
And Kara looks at you like almost willing to ask something about Rain's sister because she's not aware of the situation and she knows that there's like he has a sister, but she doesn't know like much about their circumstances right now. So
Question.
Yes.
What are we coordinating?
We're just talking about how to make sure that Rain feels okay with us. Because he seemed a little bit stressed out, Tally. Don't you think?
Well, we were also talking about, you know, what our storylines are going to be or whatever.
Storylines?
Yeah, remember what Cassius was saying? We gotta make it look good for the people at home or whatever.
People just enjoyed watching me fighting where I came from.
Well, then maybe keep that up and add a little personality to it. Add a little more flair. A little more likability, maybe.
She's gonna sit there thinking.
She does have a much better looking pet weasel now, so...
And thank forever Emperor for that.
While they're talking about this, I'm going to try to quietly slip away.
Okay. Where are you trying to slip away to?
Kind of back towards the back wall, towards the stairs.
Okay. So you're just gonna get up like you need to go to the bathroom?
Kara just
Whatever.
drops her face as he
So
walks away.
There's a door right here that leads to the outhouses that are on the backside.
Yeah, I'm trying to get like around here without really. Well, people are distracted in discussing throughout the establishment. People
Okay.
are running around busy.
Roll me a stealth check at disadvantage, because everybody's right there and there's not a whole lot of patrons in the bar.
Oh. So 13.
So with a 13, you guys see Hederick get up, but you're not quite sure where he's going.
Well, he didn't say anything when he stood up.
Nope.
So Hera will just face palm harshly in a distraught that she doesn't know how to handle the situation where she's forced to being with people who are not that interesting in staying alive. Or probably interested but not interested into making it even a little bit easier.
Where are you trying to go there?
I'm just trying to slip up the stairs.
Oh, you're just trying to go upstairs? You
Yeah.
trying to go to where the rooms are?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, yeah. You're pretty sure everybody noticed you, but you make it up there and nobody follows you.
Alright. That's fine.
As
All
soon
right.
as he leaves,
What?
I'm gonna push out the cups of ale to one of them and then two for me.
And after that, the little boy is gonna come running out with your meat pie, Kara. Here you go, Mum.
Aww.
It's fresh from the oven. It's one of Mom's best. And little goblin girl, Mom told me to give you a little bit of steak for your weasel.
Thank you, and I shall pat his head and give the weasel. I'll put
And,
some of the steak on the table and just put the weasel next to it to eat.
Can I pet him?
You
Is
can
it-
certainly try.
Is it him or her?
This is Charcoal, she is my weasel.
Oh, hello, Choco.
And I'm gonna cut
And he's
a...
able to scritch Charcoal a little behind the ears. Charcoal feeling quite a bit better from being brought back from the brink of death.
Aww.
And he'll
Yeah,
just
as
giggle
it's
and run
happening,
back
I'm
out. into the
cutting
kitchen.
off a piece. So wait, don't. I
He's
need
gone.
the little kid.
Are you gonna holler for him?
I cut the piece of pie, put it on the plate, and ask the little boy, "Hey, can you please bring this out to my friend outside? He's sitting right next to a flaming cat. Please don't pet him. You might get burned, but
What?
you
A
can
flaming cat?
definitely look at it."
Like these just
His name is
average people
Fluffer
hearing this
Huggins.
weird,
Oh.
bizarre stuff.
But now I won't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it.
But I really
but
won't-
he
I really
will not
wanna.
attack you. Don't be scared of it.
Are you sure I can't touch it? Just like a little
It's gonna
bit?
burn, honey.
If you say so, but yes, Mum, I'll run it back out. And you see him run
Oh, he
outside.
called me mom.
Ma'am.
Oh. Oh.
And yeah, Nightpiercer, you see a small boy running out of the tavern with a plate and some shepherd's pie, steam coming off of it. He looks at you and he goes, hello, sir. The lady inside asked for me to bring this out to you.
So I'll say that up until this point, basically what happened was Brayden was sulking in front of the tavern. I'm assuming that there's not that many people coming in and out.
Yeah, not really.
And Kara's flaming cat will kind of just be like right in front of him, and he'll just kind of be trying to pretend like he doesn't see it. And then after 30 minutes, or some amount of time, he'll be like, so what the hell are you anyway? Like a flaming sack of potatoes or something. And he's gonna kind of keep scooching away from it. And I'm assuming it'll keep
And
following
as you're
Kara's
scooching, the
way.
Fluffer Huggins ever so impatiently just takes a tiny step closer to you.
Yeah, so he'll scooch
'Cause
away
you-
4 or 5 times. And
Because you
then
basically give him the command and he keeps following it
Yeah.
until he disappears.
And so he'll just keep scooching away, but after 4 or 5 times, if it seems like Fluffer Huggins isn't letting up, he's just kind of sigh and roll his eyes a little bit, but he seems kind of happy. And he'll let Fluffer Huggins kind of scooch up right up next to him, and he'll kind of just be petting him for a while until the little boy comes out to give him a plate.
So yeah, the little boy then runs out and he tells you that, and he just kind of extends it out to you.
and the Fluffer Huggins like a little bit like shrugs a little bit so that it like the flame around him just glows a little bit brighter for a second, and he's just like purring, just to attract a little bit of attention from the little boy.
Rain will reach out a hand to grab the plate, and then take the hand back and say like, "No, it's all right. I don't need any food."
Fluffer Huggins will growl a little bit at your comment, like just ever so like a little bit, just saying like, "Well, why are you so stubborn? Just take it. Don't like. There's no point sending it back."
You can tell like Rain's like salivating, but he's like, "Run along, little boy. I don't have time for this."
So
Fluffer
little boy
Huggins is like gonna
hears-
stand in front of the little boy and just like stomp and just like make sure like it just like point his nose to the ground, saying like put the pie down, just leave it here.
So
for
yeah,
now.
that's you saying that the little boy sets it on the ground and he goes, "All right, can I pet him? Can that thing right there? Can I pet it?"
Yeah, whatever. Do whatever you want.
All right, the little boy
I'm
kind
gonna
of
die.
reaches up and
Fire damage.
he's getting his hand close to Fluffer Huggins.
Fluffer Huggins like tries to like duck away, just like ever so cautiously, just not to hurt the little boy.
It's all right, kitty. I'm not gonna hurt you.
And then
And
he
then you
just,
hear
like,
his mom call out from the kitchen, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go. Bye." And he'll run back into the tavern and into the kitchen again.
And I'll say
Fluffer
Rain kind of
Huggins
just
is gonna return to his position to sit next to Rain.
And I'll say Rain kind of just stares at the plate of pie sitting on the ground next to him for like.
Fluffer
good,
Huggins he doesn't look at you. He like at this moment when the plate is right there, like for the first time in a long time, Fluffer Huggins just sits there, like turns away, like turns his back to you and just like gives you a little bit of space.
And he'll last for like a solid 10 minutes before he finally caves and just like grabs it and pretty much just inhales it all in one gulp before setting down the plate back on the ground and like looking the other way as if like he's checking to see if anybody saw him do that.
So, Hedrick, are you doing anything upstairs?
What do I see?
You see lots of doors. You see about 6 doors, 3 on each side.
All right. I will. Does it look all well kept? Everything's in order.
I mean, they're doors.
I'm at the hallway.
Oh, the hallway. So, yeah, as you get upstairs, you can tell it's an older building. It's not run down by any means, but it could definitely use a little TLC, probably through the lack of coin and money that flows through District 12. You get the gist. They're probably doing the best with what they've got. You being an innkeeper, you know what it should look like.
Exactly. I'll go up to the first door on the right and kind of check to see if I can hear anything inside.
Roll me a perception check.
Yep.
16. You don't hear anything. Seems to
I'll
be
check.
empty.
I'll check to see if it's locked.
It is locked.
I will attempt to make it not locked.
Attempt to make it not locked? Roll to attempt not locked.
What is the roll
Sleight
for
of
that
hand.
on this?
And are you proficient with thieves' tools?
I am proficient with these tools.
So go ahead and
That's
add
a
your
really good
proficiency
euphemism.
bonus.
Imagine he just breaks into the room and somebody's in there doing their like private business.
So that's
With
a
an 18,
20.
it is a simple tavern inn door lock, and it,
All right.
without barely a noise, you are able to unlock this door, and it is now unlocked.
And what is the room?
Are you
What do
opening
I
the
see
door?
on- Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just a giant
Oh, no.
bathroom, and there's an old, grandpa taking a bath.
You see what'll happen?
Barred for life.
That's
So as you open the door, you don't hear anything, but you see a half-naked man and a fully naked woman draped across the bed, sound asleep.
oh, sound asleep.
They are
Unfortunate.
out.
Unfortunate.
Thank God I sound asleep.
All right.
But you were very quiet in opening the door, and they are slumbering none the wiser.
I will gently close the door, move down to the next one.
Do you try to relock it? You just leave it unlocked.
And just leave it unlocked. I don't worry him.
All right.
Surprise someone else.
Yeah.
You can just their room.
So you go to the next one.
Yeah, move down to the next one.
Okay.
Same thing. Check to see if I can hear anything inside.
It is also locked. You do not hear anything inside.
I will make unlock
Roll to make unlocked.
19
Again.
with proficiency bonus.
Yep. Well, again, it's not an issue. You unlock the door and walk right on in, I'm assuming?
Yep.
So as you walk in, it's a fairly simple room. It's got a cabinet for any type of clothing storage. It's got a little end table beside a bed. Very simple accommodations, but comfy. Bed seems to be made up neat. There are a couple candles unlit, just in case somebody needs to do some late night reading or anything like that.
I'll go through and just tidy up anything that I see might need it, but just kind of appreciate. It's been a little bit since I've been outside of my own, so appreciate the what they're working with here. And then after spending a little bit of time, I'll quietly close the door again.
All right.
And I'll spend a little bit more time kind of just in the upstairs area.
So yeah, if you're gonna go through all the rooms, that was the only one that was occupied. As you go through, and I mean, unlocking 2 of them so quickly, you get the gist that all of these rooms are the same lock, and you're able to pick them. And as you go inside, you find a few things here and there that could use a little sprucing up, but for the most part, they're on top of their shit. They run a pretty tidy house.
All right, and I'll spend a little time doing that before heading back downstairs a little later.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? Just drinking?
Gonna chug her 2 ales and see what's gonna happen, because she doesn't. This is her first time technically being awake with you all and not traveling, so she's not sure how to react. She's just kind of sitting there.
Well, Carrie's just gonna look at Floats and ask, well, what do you have going for you? Is Floats there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty.
I thought you passed out because it looked like I was just looking at it. It was like you just fell over on the desk.
There it is.
Is there anything you're planning to do? What is your goal? What are you gonna tell them? What is the reason you're fighting?
Oh, honey, I'm just in this for the money.
Do we
Okay, we can
get
work
money
with
for
that.
winning? I don't know if that's how it works.
Roll
can work
me
with that.
a history check. With a 21, you know that the victors of these games are often in their districts especially showered with all sorts of different things. Everything from mansions to, you know, monthly incomes from the capital, ranging anywhere from extra food to amenities to, you know, nice little trinkets here and there from admirers that had watched you throughout the games. So, yeah, you can get very, very rich by actually winning these things.
Alright, so we can think about maybe what you're gonna spend your money on.
How
What
about
are
we
you
think
gonna
about
do?
winning first? Sounds like a good first step.
Yes, but we need a story. A little bit more deeper than just, I want to get money. Because I'm pretty sure Capital will not want to hear you saying, well, I just want to win because I want to survive. It's not something that you can really sell to the public, and I'm pretty sure Capital will not appreciate you saying that those games are something that you're forced into.
And Fezzik, hearing that with your 21 history, you would know that typically the capital likes for the victors that are not from their districts. They enjoy to kind of go about living their lives and their what District 12 people consider riches and fame, and hope they never have to hear from them again.
They kind of just want us to disappear if we win.
Yeah, so the less aspirations certain victors have after winning, the better.
You know, maybe keeping your goals simple isn't too bad an idea. You don't necessarily want to draw a lot of unwanted attention, just the right amount of attention to get us sponsors.
So we're telling why we want to win?
We're
Just
telling
given-
that winning is the most utterest joy.
I think what we want is we need to give people a reason to want us to win. Whether that's just how we act, whether that's a goal, whether that's our backstory, whatever. I think we need to give them something to root for, you know? And hopefully that'll get us some financial aid.
Well, what about you? What do you have in mind, Fezzik?
You know what? Why don't we get another round of drinks?
And with that, because
Another
we're
round
pushing
of drinks it is.
because we're pushing a little past 1 already, we'll say that you guys spend the next couple hours sitting at the bar, talking, kind of figuring out your stories and how you're gonna piecemeal them together and spin it. And over the next week, while you guys have the break, kind of, if you guys want to get more of a concrete idea of that, we'll go into the next session with that, as once everything is completed at the pub, you guys pay for your drinks and all that other fun stuff. Are you then gonna make your way to the manor?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
And Fluffer Huggins probably disappeared.
Yeah, he's probably gone by this point.
I want to have one quick conversation with the tavern mistress before on my way out.
Sure.
Aside from that,
Yes,
can be
dear.
next time. That can be next time as well. But
Okay.
if we're just finishing up,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a quick talk with her.
I would just while they were still talking, kind of come back down and gone up to her, or was just kind of
You can find her back out at the bar.
come right back out and just approach her and
Yes, deity.
be like, from another one of the hosting arts. I just want to tell you I appreciate the what you're doing, and I appreciate this. Must be a place that has been in your family a long time.
Oh yes, me and my husband, God rest his soul. We've been running this tavern for over, gosh, now it's probably about 30 years. But we try to make do with what we've got, and, you know, we scrape by and put every bit we can back into it, and keep moving on.
I'll pull out the, or I will look at her and, you know, when she mentions her husband, I'll nod and say, he misses you very much. And then turn and leave kind of sitting where I was, the stack of beaver pelts.
Oh, okay. Theft by receiving stolen property. Got it. Yep.
You don't know it's
And now they will get arrested.
Hey, we got Robin Hood over here. Let's go.
Yeah. Rob from the medium class to give to the other medium class.
No, they deserved it. They sold us a defective raccoon.
That raccoon was absolutely not defective and did
I'd
not
say
want to
the
be
weasel was
trapped
defective.
inside a cage. The raccoon was ready
Probably
to
should
go.
have gotten the
Defective
rabbit.
weasel.
That would have been very gruesome.
Yes. But yeah, we'll say with that, you guys are able to finish up, pay for your drinks and whatnot, and as you leave out into the night, you guys soon find your way to the manor, and as you approach the front gates, the guards, obviously knowing who you are, open them up, and that is where we will pick up next week.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
I
Sweet.
appreciate your guys' attention, and that was, boy, that took a left hook. I did not expect that. Yeah, that
I
was.
may have made an oopsie.
That
The
was.
weasel.
Wow.
I may
Yeah.
have made an oopsie there.
Oh. Poor little charcoal.
Did
Tally's
not.
gone from tolerating you to if she sees you go down, she will smile and look away.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
was
that
funny.
was fun, guys.
Did I
That
get
was-
on the good side of Tally?
She likes you now.
Oh.
She probably will eat you.
Oh. That's good.
But yeah, that was some very fun RP. I did plan on 2 combats tonight. I just didn't expect one of the combats to be between everybody.
Freaking that nat 20, I was not expecting that.
If I just did better on my stealth check, none of this would have happened.
That's true.
But we got good drama out of it, and isn't that what everyone wants?
But you know,
That's
nat
true.
ones for raccoon escapes help people steal pelts, and
This is true.
you know, not going down from attacks help people bring weasels back to life. You know, it's a little give and take on both ends.
Oh. Good times.
Yeah. Well, all right, peoples. Again, I appreciate your time, and hopefully look forward to seeing all of you next week.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Oh, not next week.
Not
yes,
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah, next week is
Christmas Eve. Week after that, we're good, I believe.
Oh, you're telling us we're not doing a Christmas-themed D&D session on Christmas Eve? You know, it's just the campaign, except everyone's wearing hats. We
It's
got
Only
the
if-
Christmas
if-
special.
If
we got
everybody
Santa Claus.
agrees to dress up as elves.
Oh, there you go. That's
Everybody
the connection.
agrees. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we will reconvene on the. Oh shit! Well, that's New Year's Eve.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like next 2 weeks. It's like Christmas
Uh.
Eve, New Year's Eve.
So if it's up to you guys. I know New Year's Eve. I'm not gonna have anything to do because my wife's gonna be working. So if
Give me a
certain
second. I'm gonna
people-
see.
yeah, if certain people still want to get together, if they don't have plans, just let me know. And we'll see
Oh
if we can
Jesus!
work something
If
out.
we play on the New Year's Eve, I would be playing in the future year,
You would.
and you would guys be still in the
Yeah,
thing.
that's true.
Damn.
Ooh,
Yep.
heavy.
That would be
crazy.
interesting.
It's crazy how the world works.
Kara's just always so many steps ahead of the rest of us. That's just all it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
She already knows what's gonna happen.
I'm glad I got
Hey
to use
guys,
this track.
I'm calling from the 2022. It's bad.
It keeps
Oh,
going
twist.
downhill.
Plot twist, Kara's actually from the capital. Kara's the President Snow of this campaign.
Secret BBEG.
Yeah.
No, that's the weasel.
The weasel.
No, it's
The
actually
weasel
the
comes back.
it's
You
actually
think
the
he came back
tattoo
to life for
machine.
no reason?
Nope.
The tattoo machine you guys faced last
Oh, yeah,
episode
the
was the
tattoo
big
machine.
bad evil guy.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll keep everybody informed, and yeah, we'll as we move forward. Definitely not next week, but if if everybody wants to get together, we have enough people, we'll shoot for the 31st.
Gotta talk to you at some point, but not tonight, because
Okey-doke.
I have to get up in 3 hours for work.
No problem.
Have a good night.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Take it easy, y'all.